Last week on KOllOK. After finding their home burned down, their loved ones dead, Clarity 7 kidnapped, and Jude literally hanging on by a thread, the Ascended engaged the hunter, Awut, in a deadly game of hide-and-seek. However, Ro was able to trap Awut in an incinerator and drown them in flames. Clarity learned that AJ didn't steal her sister's powers, but was instead her sister's son.
You're connected to her. It's her energy in you.
But a misunderstanding also led Clarity to believe that her sister had taken her own life. In a moment of vulnerability, AJ revealed to her his deepest secret, that if what his adoptive mother told him was true, then he's not a real member of the Ascended, but much older. Finally, the Ascended were discovered by friendly First Nation or Landback County representative Joey Clifton, who told them that they had broken their agreement with the territory, and they were politely but forcefully asked to leave Landback County forever. And together, they started on their journey to somewhere, anywhere.
Welcome back, passengers. Where would you like to go today? I'll see if I can add a route to my schedule. But I should warn you, there was a destination predetermined by the passengers at the table. And it's been a very bumpy ride. And you should probably know that you, new passenger, are about to embark on a journey. An improvisational one dictated by the occasional roll of dice. And you, of course, your interactions. If you have questions, good. That means you're paying attention. Mods in the chat can help you, or at least they'll do their best. Ask away. You can head over to hyperrpg.com/KOllOK for all the relative info that you may need. There you'll find character stats and also a way to help the passengers here at the table. Gift them some tokens to help them on their journey. We really need your help. If we hit 100% towards tonight's goal, this box with nothing in it will be yours. At 100%. Now we fill it with stuff that you can't find anywhere else. Now this is the only moment tonight that we are allowed to be somewhat above table. And I'd like to welcome our guest.
Hi.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm okay, thanks for asking. No one's ever asked me that before. It feels good to have somebody care. Yeah, you're right, that was an assumption. I'm sorry, I'll pull back. Does anyone at the table have any questions?
How are you doing?
Nice fucking try. I can see right through you.
Tokens?
Oh, you would like to know if you have any tokens?
I got tokens?
Since you spent hours upstairs begging for them like a little baby. Let's see.
Listen, executive producer, just trying to...
Oh, executive producer.
Executive
yes.
produce.
I forgot. Yeah, that's right. I'm not allowed to sass you because you're an executive producer of the show.
Whatever that
No
means.
sassing allowed. You have one token available.
How many tokens do you have?
2. Just enough to upstage you, just a little bit.
Perfect.
There are some more spread out. I'm not going to sit here and list them all off. Everyone's doing a little bit better than AJ, that's what I'll say. That's not true. Nobody wants to help Clarity. So, I spoke too soon. Somebody just, yeah. At 100%. You know what, I'm rambling. Let's roll the intro.
Hello and welcome to KOllOK. Once a beautiful place. Now, nothing more than an idea. Like myself. A dream. My father and I built a utopia. suspended between the forces of chaos and order. Our sacrifice ushered in peace and prosperity to this cherished place. Until those fucking juveniles broke the world. Just look at what their hubris left us with.
Calm greetings to alkalites and happy Tenor Day. Teenagers may be a thing of the past, but we can still have a sweet 16 party. Today, we celebrate 16 years of peace, 16 years of harmony, 16 years since a misguided rebellion that jeopardized your remaining years was swiftly eradicated from this earth, freeing our scientists, allowing them to cure you of that horrible disease. Harmonia will always make sure your every need is met. Well, as long as you don't stray too far from the path laid out by your territory's great apostles. So, celebrate today in an orderly fashion with peace, joy, and love. Oh, remember, Harmonia is here with you till our very
Bullshit.
end.
Bullshit! At one point, my world could have been mistaken for yours. Now, it's clenched in a fascist fist, slowly drained to its inevitable death. I won't allow it. This is the story of how I saved America's broken heart.
August 25th, 1991. A 14-year-old girl by the name of Charmelle Williams landed into a new and fascinating world. Her first trip away from home, chaperoned by her primary school science teacher, Mr. Buttons. Charmelle was invited. You could say she was somewhat of a prodigy, having developed a technique to measure quantum noise and microwave frequencies, all from her small Augusta classroom lab. Her astonishing research made its rounds into the scientific community, landing her a guest spot in 1991's Quantum Electronics and Laser Science Conference in Baltimore, Maryland. Her mother was, of course, apprehensive of such a trip, but Mr. Buttons assured her this was a big step towards Charmelle's future. Futures. What a concept. Charmelle was the oldest of 4 and had lost her father in a fishing incident just 3 years prior. She was aware of the sacrifice her mother was making, even letting her come onto this trip. A show of confidence from her mother that she seldom did not feel. Charmelle has something to prove. As a young woman, as the oldest sister in an extremely impoverished family, Mr. Buttons could never understand the complexity of such a thing. She knows in some ways she is just a pawn to him, a chance to bring some attention and hopefully some more government funding to their small school. She's smarter than him. They both know it, so they just don't speak of it. Though it in some ways seems weak to her, she recognizes that it still feels good to have some sort of father figure in her life. To have a man who believes in her. Though a part of her hates that she even craves that kind of validation from someone so simple. If she'd known at the beginning of this trip just how many years she'd have to spend with this man, the closest thing she would call to family, well, she would have demanded a wiser father surrogate. Sorry, ahead of myself again. Her performance at the conference was nothing short of exceptional. There she met her heroes. And for the most part, they showed her respect that she had craved, the respect of intellectual peers. Mr. Buttons was anxious and ecstatic to return home. They would be the talk of the town. He was always encouraging Charmelle to smile for the photos. She fucking hated that. She remembers wishing they could have stayed longer. The whole futures thing, yeah. Wishing they could have visited New York City or Los Angeles. She remembers thinking she just spoke on the relevance of a vacuum noise floor, but actually had no idea how far New York City and Los Angeles were from each other. They arrived 4 hours early to their flight. Mr. Buttons was like that. He never stopped being like that. It's funny what sticks to the mind. The things we hold on to, what we remember. Waiting there in the terminal, having borrowed some cash from her teacher to buy a book to occupy herself on such a long flight. She needed a break from numbers. She remembers just getting to the hook of Sophie's world. The 2 notes in Sophie's mailbox. Who are you? And where does the world come from? Her mind hung on these questions, a fun thought experiment. How long did it take her to hear the screams? So trapped in thought that the minutes after felt like a dream. A part of the questions, in fact. The world joining her on the page. It sadly made her smile in the moment. She remembers how quickly that smile turned into a dropped jaw as the scrolling text on the hanging tube television stopped being an abstract. Maybe it was Mr. Buttons sobbing, or the young girl dragging a stuffed lion with the Baltimore Zoo tag still attached as it slid across the floor, with her small right hand holding that lion as her left tugged on her mother's dress. What's wrong, Mommy? Why are you crying? Maybe all those things just hit at once, in sort of a flash of cognizant understanding. It was August 27th, 1991. Australia is gone. Where does the world come from? We begin again. September 2nd, 2021. It's been a couple days since the Ascendant were forcibly removed from their home. Removed before they had a chance to bury the bodies of their friends, of their family. Using those horses given to them by Alora and Rune, they headed southwest, back towards Sid's cabin. But they arrived to a burned down lot. They should have known. With very few other options, they stayed the course west, traveling by night, sleeping during the day in the thick cover of that forest. Well, some of them slept. AJ has not. AJ cannot. No matter the exhaustion that fills every fiber of his being, when he closes his eyes, he sees himself. And that is something he just can't bear to see right now. The guilt. It pulls him. It wants him to sleep. It begs him to just, for a moment, take the weight off and let it all just sink. Sink to some place he can't see. Just sleep, AJ. But he can't. Their blood, their dried, charred blood is on his hands. Allura and Rune split off from the group about a day into Nauvoo territory. They want to find others. Maybe rebuild. Find a new home. But AJ, he's sure it's because they hate him for what happened. He overheard them talking about the Divina Forum. How other Ascended members are upset with AJ and C-Dubs for bringing them all into this. They hate him. And now they hate her, Clarity, without even knowing what she stands for. AJ, do you even know what she stands for? How lost are you all spiritually that you just keep going in the general direction that this woman tells you to? How lost? What proof has she provided outside of her significance for even existing? What proof makes her wishes worth all that has come to pass? Jude needs, he needs help. The ride has been hard on his wounds. His knowledge of the shipping routes handled by distribution wing of the Rise instant coffee bags has already proven to be invaluable. The safe routes that one should take when avoiding taxation. He knows of a woman. She lives not far from your current location. Her husband was a rebel leader, someone AJ and C-Dubs would have once considered a close friend. God, how long has it been since the two of you thought of the name Oliver Brown and his lovely wife, Charmelle? Probably at least 8 years, when the treaty was signed and Oliver ceased to exist. Yeah, probably been about that long. Though Ro does not know this individual, she can imagine the hostility that might be met by someone who lost a loved one due to this treaty. The treaty her twin brother signed and brought into effect without consulting anyone, including her. Look, I don't care if it's fucking weird for you all. If I don't get these wounds cleaned, I'm gonna die. And I honestly don't know how I'm still alive, so.
Well, I was proposing that we should kill you, and then they stopped me.
We asked, and he said he wanted to live, so. If somebody wants to live, we don't kill them, usually.
Yeah, there's like a whole, you gotta put the shroud down. Like, we're not doing the shroud thing.
No.
He seems in distress.
I'm in distress because I have a bunch of holes in my fucking body.
Yeah, and your arm's also kind of burned still, so.
Did you understand that distress of that? I mean, look, in a moment of weakness, maybe I want it to end. I mean, who doesn't? But, you know, stop fucking thinking I'm weak enough to need your help.
I would like to officially apologize for attempting to mercy kill you. I see now that it was wrong.
You do? Or do you see that we're all pissed at you?
The latter and the former.
Yeah.
I am seeing now that that was not the correct course of action. And we should help him.
Yes. Helping people. Good.
Look, can you
Good
guys
work.
just...
Let's.
None of us have talked to Charmelle since...
You can say it. Since Reed.
Since, you know, fuck nuts.
That will work too.
That's.
Who is Charmelle?
She's I mean, I don't honestly know who she is anymore, but she was a friend to the rebellion. Her husband was one of the heads. Before you... Look, you've been gone a long fucking time. A lot of us fought for years trying to keep Harmonia from taking over. And when we came along as Ascended, there were already people fighting, and Oliver, her late husband, was one of them. And just so you understand the weirdness that's going to be in the room, her brother signed a treaty that doomed all of us and stopped the war, and all of the rebel fighters just fucking like disappeared out of nowhere.
And I'm the problem?
Well, you tried to fucking kill me. I don't know, like... there could be more than one problem that we're dealing with.
So
The fighters. They didn't just like disappear. There was. Part of the treaty was that if you were an Ascended or a rebel, you got the choice. And if you decided that you didn't want to.
No, they didn't give us a choice. There was no choice.
I know. But.
It happened in an instant. In an instant.
We were all there. Well, not you, but most of us were. We get it. We watched a lot of people that we fought with disappear because of something my brother did. And there's a small chance that Charmelle might come out with the shotgun and kill me. But, you know, for Jude's health, let's go.
for Jude's health.
Does she have a bathroom?
I don't fucking... Look, we scouted it a couple of years ago. She may not even be, like, she might not be a fucking live. All right, but we scouted through this direction not long ago. We kept tabs on it. It was a multi-story house with a barn, a place we could leave the horses for. Maybe if AJ's not a fucking dick, we can have a place to lay down for a while.
Hey, maybe lay off on AJ for a second.
I really gotta go. So we should head over.
Yeah. Nothing else up like weeds or something. I'll go with you. I'll spot you. Hey. Yo.
AJ's just been staring at like the base of this tree and just like staring off into space. Hasn't said a word this entire time. And so he hears like his name sort of like bounce in and out of his head a couple times, which starts to like bring him back just a little bit.
Hey, are you also filled with arrows and are you how much blood did you lose?
Are we leaving?
Yeah.
We should move for
Yeah.
if we're ready to move.
Hey.
We should move.
We're gonna take care of you. That is our #1 priority.
Yeah.
Let's go. That is our #1 priority, is taking care of you right now. Let's go, find a safe house, see if Charmelle is like gonna super kill us right now. Lay off AJ. Okay?
Huh?
It's okay. We're going to Charmelle's.
Okay.
Yeah, let's just go.
You ride. Not too long. You weren't very far. And when you arrive at this farm, this place, you don't take the main road in. At least not from your direction. You don't even think to. You cross a small fence onto this property. And as you start making your way up the hill, you see there are 10-gallon buckets filled with dirt, pulled from the ground next to them, all over this property. Thousands of them. Some of these holes extremely deep. Others, not so much. Someone's very clearly been looking for something. And as you keep riding your horses up this hill, you notice there's a barn just off to the east of the property. And on that barn are large chains, rusted. You can easily tell that this barn door has not been open for many years. And this house, though it is very clear that someone lives there, it's very unkept. The paint chipping away, the shackles sliding off the ceiling, the top of the roof, wood breaking, peeling. And you see two women walk out the front door. AJ and C-Dubs, you recognize Charmelle, but you do not recognize the extremely old, white-haired woman in a long white gown, holding a garden hoe, walking directly out towards you. Get off the property! You don't belong! You get off the property!
Hey, hi. We don't mean any harm. It's me. Charmelle, it's me and AJ.
It's fine, back up. G'day, I wasn't expecting anybody.
We weren't expecting this either.
What are you doing here?
You know him?
Yeah, calm down. This is humanity's last fucking hope standing right in front of you, so just give it a second.
Am I supposed to know?
Just back up.
Okay.
Just back up. What are you doing here?
We just need a place to stay for the night and to help him out. I just kind of wave over to Jude.
Yeah. Jude?
Hey,
Do you need
been a while. We were attacked. I'm dying.
All right. Yep.
Yeah,
Come inside. I'm sorry
yeah.
about the mess. It's I haven't had guests in a while.
It's okay. Their place is a pile of ash.
It's good
so
to know.
I feel like anything's better, right?
Now, Charmelle, when this woman speaks, something weird catches your eye and your ear. It's the broad of daylight, and you have to question if your eyes are playing tricks on you. As you look at her again, and you... This is a teenager. This is very clearly a young woman. That just doesn't make sense, though.
How old are you?
She's got good genes.
29.
She moisturizes.
Sunscreen.
Huh.
Wear it every day.
You lot wouldn't come here and lie to me, would you?
Yes.
I just take Jude by the collar and I just kind of drag him over a little bit, and I just he needs help really badly.
Yeah. All
His
right.
wounds are
Come here.
real.
Come here. Yeah, it's fine.
It's good to see you. We'll explain things.
And you now see, as they start to walk into their house, another woman. And it takes you a moment to recognize her. You never spoke to her personally. But the infamy of her kin makes her hard to miss. About to walk into the front door to your house is none other than Ro Liang, the sister to Reed.
Are you fucking serious? You've got a lot of nerve showing up here.
I didn't have anything to do with what my brother did.
That's convenient, isn't it? Nobody had anything to do with it. Nobody's responsible for fucking anything, are they?
I'm very sorry
Yeah.
for your husband.
You just come here and expect my hospitality. That's amazing. No, that's
We're not.
incredible.
I'm not expecting anything, but Jude is going to die. Mm-hmm. So,
What would you know about death?
a lot more than you think.
Yeah, sure. All right. Thanks for the apology or even the recognition of what happened. Nobody ever said a fucking word.
I'm really sorry.
It's fine. Jude, do you want to come into the kitchen?
Yeah.
I'll clean you up. There's running water upstairs if anybody needs anything.
Yeah,
I walk Jude into the kitchen.
Jude and this older woman. Hi, I'm dying, but my name's Jude. Vale. You can call me Vale. She's much older than anyone he's seen in a very long time. Her hands and skin so brittle. Charmelle, is this a family member of yours or just somebody you picked up along the way?
What's it to you?
He's rinsing off his extremely burned arm in your sink. You can see he's been through it. There's still arrow shafts sticking out of his back, and his leg they've wrapped around them. Do you have some garden shears or something?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
like a cloth, ice,
I think you might
whiskey?
need a bit more than that, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get you a drink. And, Vale, can you maybe go grab some supplies?
You got it, boss.
Thank you.
She says as she kind of shuffles out to collect what she
What
needs.
happened to you? Did they do that?
Define they.
You know, the fucking heroes of our time?
No. It's complicated. We lost everybody. Yeah. I'm sure you heard of the commune in the sovereign territory.
Yeah.
It's gone.
You heard of Australia? It's not your fault, mate. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry.
Just a bit funny having this group of people come up here and ask for help. It's not your fault. I'm sure you're perfectly fine. Just get you what you need.
Yeah, I can take it. It's
Here's
fine.
a drink.
Yep. It's fine. As you're helping Jude in the kitchen, you hear the footsteps of the others making their way to the upstairs bathroom. And as you all make your way up to that bathroom, you notice this house. It's empty. The tracked in mud throughout. No pictures on the walls. A shell of what a life maybe could be. But there is running water. And as some of you make your way into that bathroom, AJ stops just outside before going in. AJ, roll your grit for me, please. It's going to be a difficulty of 8.
Two.
You don't even have to see your face. The idea of being confronted by it, a mirror, the inability to escape your reflection. You hear AJ's body start to fall behind you, his knees buckling, unable to hold himself.
Okay, so I just need like a, does anyone have like a, just give me like a cup of water? I don't know, I just gotta.
Fine, just go wash up.
Okay,
Just go back downstairs.
Sid, I know you need it. Get in there.
Give me like 7.5 minutes.
Okay, like desperately. Okay, so I'm going to, while you're doing that, there's like a cup there. I just fill it up with cold water. I don't see anything, and I walk outside and I walk up to AJ. I just start like dipping pieces of cloth from my clothes that are clean and just like slowly rubbing them on his head. Stop.
It's fine. Just go wash up. It's fine.
Stop.
Just
Like start like rubbing it over his knuckles. Rubbing it over his head. Just the cold water.
the whole time, every time I get touched, it's just a wince. Everything is extremely, extremely uncomfortable. It's like someone's touching me with like a hot iron.
Clarity and Ro, you stand there in the hallway, watching as C-Dubs tries to comfort AJ in the awkwardness of that situation.
They're always like that. It's
Yeah, I was going to ask. It's a bit weird.
it's a thing, and we can't talk about it, but it's also not a thing.
Why can't we talk about it?
Domestic dispute.
That I understand. He's weak right now. He needs to eat something. He needs to sleep.
I've never seen AJ quite like this.
I understand. If he's feeling what I'm feeling, I feel like I could fall down any second now, but he's supposed to be your leader.
Yes, well, sometimes things don't work out the way they are. Is what he said true? Are you his mom?
No,
Are you related?
I don't know.
Okay. What do you know?
I know that all these jars of dirt around here are really, really weird. Did you see those?
Yes.
As Jude is cleaning himself up in the kitchen sink and biting on a rag as he starts cutting with shears, operating on himself, Vale and Charmelle start setting the table. Vale begins almost instinctively, without asking, and then Charmelle just kind of goes along. And as you all clean up, it's still fairly early morning, and you have just been invited into this person's home, so you join them at that table.
You have a very lovely home. I like all of your jars, especially.
Thank you.
On this table is a spread of some fresh ham, chicken, some fresh vegetables, a stack of some scientific theory books on quantum mechanics. This is the first time in a while some of you have seen food like this. Maybe a week.
This spread is amazing, Charmelle. Thank you so much for having us again. It's been so long.
Thank you.
I gotta ask. How are you?
Existing. Yeah.
Yeah. Your place is beautiful. So, I know that for us, like sometimes when we were at the compound, we would like dig these holes and you could put like preserves there, like other things, like keep them safe and stuff. So is that what you're doing with all the holes in your yard?
Nothing quite that simple, no.
Okay.
Could we, like, eat now, or are we gonna say grace? It's just gonna get cold.
Go ahead, food's yours.
Jude hobbles his way over to a chair and kind of braces himself up. Oh, fuck. This looks amazing. Thank you.
Appreciate that. My pleasure.
I'll prepare a plate of food for Jude.
No shit.
So Clarity, she kind of awkwardly, spoon by spoon, bowl by bowl, starts preparing.
Yeah, I'm not an infant. You can just. Thank you. She tried to kill me. Mercy kill.
Huh.
I was injured, like you know, so
It was a
it's awkward now. It's very awkward.
It was a miscommunication.
She's strange.
Yeah, it's an interesting dynamic, actually.
Thank you for helping us and helping him.
You know, AJ, I've shared a table with you a number of times in the past. It's the most quiet I've ever seen you.
Yeah.
What's the silence from our great leader?
We've been through a fucking lot these last few days.
You've been through a lot.
We've been through a lot. We lost everybody.
Mm-hmm. Must have been hard. And the nice place they gave you with all the fertile land that you lost a couple of people. That must have been real fucking hard. Yeah? Do you ever stop to think about what everybody else has been through? Or is it just had a rough couple of days? My husband was a leader, and it is very funny to me that you consider yourself to be a leader when you're a fucking child. It's just very eye-opening.
But we were kids.
Sure.
Charmelle, we were kids. You know, I'm not defending him or her brother, but we were kids.
You know what happened when I was a kid? I lost my whole fucking country. My siblings, my mum, everybody I knew. That's what happened when I was a kid. That's the reality that I had to deal with. And you come in here and act like it's been so hard for you. What, you didn't know?
Girl.
No, and we knew. It's just not. Everyone's got their trauma here. Mm-hmm. Everybody.
Yeah.
There is no normal. Not for us.
Yep.
So how old were you whenever it fell, whenever you lost Australia?
What a casual way to fucking phrase losing your whole country and everyone you know. How old were you? Yeah, I was 14. I was 14
Okay, well you got
years
14
old.
fucking years of a world we can only dream of.
Sure.
We've never, we never got that.
Dude.
Not even a breath of it. We were born into this shit.
Jude, she's right. She's right. In comparison, we have it pretty good. So we should be thankful that she's letting us in her house at all.
Thank you.
I'm sorry. You're right.
The fact of the matter still is, though, that they have lost everyone close to them because they have been helping and protecting me.
What's that?
So,
Vale gets up from the table and kind of leans over Clarity's shoulder and starts to sniff her hair and
Vale? What's going on?
Clarity, roll your cognition for me. Difficulty of 5.
3.
A 3. You do have some tokens at your disposal. Oh, you only have one. I'm sorry. I was just messing with you. I like to see you get a little hopeful and then take it right back away from you. That's just I wonder why this strange old woman is sniffing you. It's probably nothing, boss. As she sits back down and kind of eats her chicken with her bare hand.
Can somebody explain what's going on here?
So, long story short, we...
I would like to apologize before we move forward. I made a mean joke at your expense. The web page does not update unless I manually update it. You do have 2 tokens available.
I would like to use the
That's
token.
on me. I'm sorry. I should have checked. I should have known better, and now I feel like an asshole. Not really. For the cameras, I feel like an asshole, yes.
I would like to use the tokens, please.
Good, and we'll get right back to this sentence, because you feel this. It doesn't change the conversation that's happening. As she gets close to you and she starts smelling you, you feel a strange energy kind of emitting from her. It's not an energy you recognize or an energy that you know to speak to interact with, but you recognize it as an energy nonetheless. And that's just for you. Sorry to interrupt the conversation. Continue.
So, we should...
If we're eating her ham, then we might as well tell her.
That's some good ham.
It's really good.
Sorry about Australia.
Thanks,
That is
mate.
good.
Thanks, yeah.
So, remember earlier when I was like, we'll tell you later. So, we followed AJ. He felt a thing. And we found this 17-year-old girl.
I'm gonna get up from the table. I'm just gonna grab some water really quick, and I just go into the kitchen.
Yeah. And so we found her and we saved her from this group called, what was it, CXG. While we were also like trying to save Davina and all of this other stuff. Say hi, Davina.
So,
Davina seems scared and is kind of hiding behind your leg.
Oh, babe.
you get spared from the war, set up in a nice home, wonderful family, and you put all of that at risk for a fucking feeling? That's it? You just follow something just felt off. You haven't fucking changed it all. You do whatever it takes to win. Who cares who gets hurt in the process? None of this makes any fucking sense. It's selfish and it's ridiculous.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Great.
You're right.
Yeah.
Look, we're not like proud.
You're right.
We're not proud.
I just can't believe that nobody ever reached out to me or any of the other family members whose lives were ruined by this.
We thought that you wanted.
What did you think I wanted?
I thought that you didn't want anything to do with us.
Not even an apology? Like, what a convenient fucking excuse for ruining people's lives is like, we thought that you wanted some space? Are you serious?
Across the dinner table from you, Sid, Vale's kind of nibbling on her chicken. What happened to your eye?
It's a whole thing. You know, just... You want me to come over?
No, tell me.
It's just don't have sex with women and then fall in love, because things get very strange. The seasoning is so good on this chicken.
The chicken is good.
Thank you. I
So
did work
good.
on that recipe for a
The
while.
ham
Your
is.
eyes for sex.
You could say that. Just, you know, keep it in your pants.
I'm way more intrigued about your story now. Can we talk more about it later?
Yeah, but how old are you?
Huh?
How old are you?
272.
Are you like super religious?
What?
Are you like super religious or weird? Because I might have to cut out some details.
Religious? No. Weird.
Okay, I'll tell you later.
definition of, I don't know, what are
Yeah,
your
just-
standards? Baseline.
We'll talk later.
Okay.
Okay.
Can everyone else sitting at the table roll their cognition? Just a difficulty of 4.
Five.
3.
3.
4.
Okay, anyone that rolled a 4 or more, you heard this woman say, you don't have to roll, Sid, you were talking to her. You're fine. You just seem not to care. But you all, if you rolled a 4 above, you definitely heard her say 272 as if it was nothing and just keep the conversation going.
272 human years? Or
Huh? What?
272 human years? Or
What?
Are we that
didn't know
surprised?
that.
She's like a time traveler, pretty much. We got a wizard over here.
Not intentionally. No.
We found a box of nothing and an entire compound imploded in front of us. So
Can you
no.
pass me the bread?
Yeah, it's really good. There's butter over
So
there.
good.
What's going on here?
Look,
How are you?
I know that this group, they are all very selfish. Yes, clearly. And some of them don't talk to each other, or there are certain things we can't talk about. I'm still trying to figure that out.
What can't we talk about?
But the fact of the matter stands that they are trying to do what they think is right, and they're doing that at their own cost.
Yeah, it just seems like it's for themselves. I just enjoy your ham. I hope you're okay, but
And
whatever it is you're going through, you fucking deserve it.
And as she says this, Clarity, you want to say something in return, but as you try, it's almost as if, like something else has closed the passageway to your chest. It becomes hard to breathe. You can feel it, Clarity. You can feel it pulling from you. The rest of you at the table, you watch as the veins in her body start to glow orange from underneath her skin. You watch as the hair on her head starts to slowly rise. It starts flowing. But you wonder for a moment, is this her? Is she about to do something? Is something wrong? The rest of you quickly get up, removing yourself from the table because you've seen what happens before when she does this. You watched an entire place disappear into nothing. The atoms themselves rearrange, pulled from nothing, revealing something new. You can only imagine that might happen to you in this moment, but she closes in on herself. She feels it pulling. She feels it being taken. And as she looks down at her own chest, she sees a small black hole start to form where her heart should be, as a circle starts to expand out ever so slightly to about the size of a dime. This hole that you can see as you try to look through it, it's impossible to see where it ends. It's a darker black than you've ever seen. The light doesn't reflect off of it. It's a void, a nothing that passes through her body to someplace else. Like her own form is being taken from her. Clarity. I need you to roll your cognition for me right now. Difficulty of 5.
Swim. 4.
That's a total of... What's that? Your swim, what was the die?
6.
So a decent, so 10 total.
I'm sorry, not 6, 8.
Do I feel any of this from the kitchen? Do I have any connection to this at all as far as...
You feel nothing.
Okay.
You have no connection to this other than hearing, seeing, and everyone removing themselves from the table in a state of panic. Now, that being as high as it was, Clarity, you know exactly what this is. You know exactly what's happening to you in this moment. Your energy, what defines you, someone is aware of it. Someone aware of it enough that you have it, and they're taking it from you. It's that little bitch Tibby Devon.
I am going to murder that weasel.
What weasel? Who? What weasel? What's happening?
Oh, fuck, I know what this is. I see what this is. She's like Vale. Pot calling the kettle black on my behalf, huh? You did this for her. You found one too.
For who?
What?
I knew. I probably should have told you, Miss. I thought she was. I could sense it.
Yeah.
Kind of. She smelled of
Yeah, I
No.
chaos.
I understand. Yep.
Wait, do you mean Phobos?
What?
I don't know, but she's like me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run in from the kitchen. I heard all of the chairs squeak back and everybody's reactions. What did you do? What's going on?
It was that little shit that's doing this to me.
You can see now there's a hole in her chest that you can't see the end to. It goes through her, but there's no stop to it.
You know how it feels. You know the pain. It's that little shit. I don't know how he's alive, but he's doing this to me.
He's causing a hole in the center of your heart?
He's taking it from me.
You would know that you only have a certain amount of energy that forms you, that you're disconnected from the source, so whatever's left of your form is all that's left of it in the world. And if enough of it gets taken, you cease to exist. And someone has learned how to take it.
Do you know him? Is that...
You do not.
Vale, is there anything we can do?
Well, I think that, and before she can respond, the alarm for the perimeter goes off, Charmelle.
Oh, fuck, were you followed?
Someone is making their way down your main driveway.
Were you followed?
We shouldn't have been. We tried to cover our tracks, but we're on horses and one of us is half dead.
Shit. Vale, get them downstairs, put her in the pit with you, make it quick.
Vale stands up and throws the dining room table, slides it against the wall. As she reaches down, she pulls the wood up, lifting it above her head, now revealing a hole in this floorboard with a single ladder that goes down into the earth. Go, 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 we have to go.
Okay, for a 272-year-old, you're very spry about this.
Go, go. As you start making your way down this ladder, Vale grabs your hand, Clarity. She pulls you with her, and she's telling the others, go, 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 stay right here. She stops before she gets too far, and she tells the rest of you. And you can only see a small portion of her face in the dark. The one shaft of light coming down. Don't move from this spot. You can't see them, but there's holes everywhere.
What?
If you fall, we won't be able to get you back. Stay here. As Sid and Ro, you're kind of the closest together by this ladder, and you look up as Charmelle starts to push the table back into place and slide the wood to cover the hole. You notice Charmelle had a short-barreled sawed-off shotgun taped to the bottom of the table, pointed in AJ's general direction. You see this as the dark envelops you. And you're now down in this hole as you feel the rumble of trucks getting ever so closer to this house. Trucks making their way up this driveway. Now that you're under the earth, you hear that rumble as they move, but Clarity, you feel yourself being pulled in the dark. Vale has your hand. Don't worry, I know my way. It's okay.
know your way
It's
to
okay.
what?
We have to hide. You're special. They'll know you're here. They've looked for me before. We have to just come with me. Come with me. As you feel her leading you through the dark, you eventually come upon something that you can feel in this infinite blackness. This metal-like structure like that of a refrigerator. As you hear it open up, get in, as she pushes you inside, and before you can react, the door closes. There's a hollowness. a density. The sound of just veil inches from your ears. We have to be careful. If they find us, they'll use us like...
They can't use me. I wouldn't let them.
They have their ways. They've taken so many of us.
Who's us? I'm not. We are not in us. We are not in us.
They're all... They're coming.
Who is they?
Charmelle, as you pull this slab of wood over your kitchen floorboard and you quickly readjust the table, you let yourself out the front door. As you see these trucks coming down the highway, or the driveway, I should say, you recognize them. They've been here before. Whether or not they follow them, that you do not know. You have no real way of knowing. You can only imagine. In the front of this group of trucks, a black sedan. The two large, tinted black ones behind. The rear one a flatbed with what appears to be a metal box topped by ventilation shafts. You would know. That's their fuel supply, if there were to be trouble. You know enough about them and how they do things. There's people in there. This is serious. Two men wearing suits get out of the black sedan, followed by one man stepping down from the lifted middle truck. He appears to be blind. He walks with a long green cane. He clicks to himself as he starts moving down your driveway. His skull is bald, but filled with what appear to be large, tumor-like lumps, surrounded by surgical scars. One of these suited men stays back at the sedan, lighting a cigarette as he leans against the car. He makes a motion to the second truck, as you see two more men pile out of the back of that and start surrounding the perimeter of your house. They're clearly searching for something or someone. Now, one of the suited men that you know moves forward with the blind man behind him, walking up the old wooden deck to your door. This is Dr. Bates. He's been here many times.
Bates, what's brought you to these parts today?
Charmelle, good to see you. I hope you don't know, or do you? We're looking for someone, Miss Williams-Brown. Oh, sorry, just Williams now. Funny, I forget. I see, as he motions to all the new holes that surround your house. Still no sign of him. Foolish woman.
I can do what I want with the rest of my life, can't I?
To an extent. To an extent, Miss Williams. Won't you invite me inside? Please.
Yeah, yep. Come in. I open the door.
Below, you hear the sound of footsteps creaking on the old wood as they make their way in towards that kitchen. You have no way of knowing just how hidden you are, what exactly it is they're looking for. You don't know who it is that might be looking for you, because at this point you have not seen nor heard who they might be. Their voices are muffled through the wood. You hear as a chair scratches against the floor and someone's weight shifts into it. They're right above you. The blind man, Charmelle, starts walking around the front of your house. He tilts his head every couple steps.
Why did you bring him along again? Didn't find anything last time you were here?
Oh, we aren't looking for that one anymore. Have some friends over for some food, Miss Williams?
Yeah, book club this morning. Look, what do you want? What are you here for? I already sent you last month's samples. Did you find something? Because if you did, you can tell me rather than wasting my time. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Your time? Your time. Your time, Miss Williams, is at the privilege of Harmonia. Say it. I want to hear you say it.
My time is at the privilege of Harmonia.
Good. Good. Thank you. He pulls a cup up to his nose. Given your current precarious agreement with us, you would, of course, wisely notify or inform us if you were to come across any of your old Ascended buddies now, wouldn't you?
What's your problem with the Ascended? Isn't there a treaty and all that?
This situation falls outside of the treaty, and frankly is no concern of yours. Unless it is a concern of yours.
I hate him too.
Yeah, you would, wouldn't you? We didn't know. We just assumed everyone was together on the agreement. Like you would, but you probably should hate them for what they did to you and fuck it, I can't remember his name. Great.
Yeah, great.
You catch as he's now looking down at the side of this table. You can only assume he's peering at the scrapes that show a curvature of where one might move this table. He motions as the blind man shifts and starts walking in your general direction, his cane tapping against the table, and then your chair, his skull pressed directly against the side of it, moving past your shoulder. I'm gonna have you roll your charm for me, which is going to be a D6. This is going to be a difficulty of 4.
Sync.
That's not good.
Great.
That's not good. And there's no one here to help you in this situation. You're kind of on your own. But you are in quite the pickle here. He does see these scrapes on the floor. You might want to say something.
Like I said, book club. Sometimes we rearrange. Get performative. Is that a problem?
Performative. How does one perform? Quantum mechanics and the existence of dark matter.
You wouldn't understand. Don't quite have the time to explain it to you. Why don't you come around next time?
Humor me, Miss Williams. Humor me. How does one act out quantum mechanics? Please.
At no point did I say that was the book that we were reading. But even if it
Enlighten me.
Even if it were.
I said enlighten me.
Even if it were, I do happen to have a chalkboard in the next room that I often use for my equations, which are in service of you, if you'll remember.
I remember.
Thank you.
I remember how long we've been dragging this on with you and your lack of results. Maybe finding a dead husband isn't motivation enough. But we could find some new ways to motivate you.
Are you going to continue, or should I get back to my work?
Roll your charm for me. Difficulty of 3 this time.
Sink.
Let me see if I have any tokens. Ah, I do. As a benevolent driver, who doesn't want to see a guest get killed halfway through an episode, I'll spend 2 tokens to allow you just enough to succeed. These equations. Can you show them to me?
I absolutely can.
Please.
Follow me. I intentionally lead you out of the kitchen and follow you into a room that's full of dirt and has plenty of whiteboards showing different mathematical equations.
As you walk out of this kitchen and Dr. Bates follows you, you see out of the corner of his eye him kind of tap the blind fellow 3 times on the back right shoulder as he nods and continues scanning around this table, looking. But you are a scientist, and it doesn't take you more than once to figure out how it is they do what they do, and what it is they look for specifically. So you're confident as you lead away that that individual will not find what he's looking for. Down in the dark, inside this refrigerator, Vale whispers, "You're like me. You're an aspect. They have one too. He'll be up there looking for us.
Who is they?
Harmonia. But we should be safe in here."
No, we should get up there and we should destroy them.
There's a lot of them, and they probably brought a lot of fuel. You're not right. I can feel it. Something's wrong. It's taking from
Well,
you.
I have a hole in my chest.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Can you fix it?
Look, I'm a prisoner here. Charmelle won't let me leave. But I'm at least safer with her than with them. Harmonia has been hunting us down, removing things like us. Look, she's not gonna let you leave now either.
What? Why don't
She's trying to find her husband. She'll believe you can help her. Maybe you could, I don't know. I haven't felt a frequency like yours in... I can't remember.
I can feel it in you too.
I'm like you, I'm an aspect.
Stop calling us aspects. I don't like that nickname. And I have other nicknames I don't like, but I definitely don't like that one.
Who's your avatar?
My what?
Who do you pray to?
Are you talking about Phobos?
You said that before. What is that? Wait. You can hear in the dark her sniffing just inches from you again. What? It's chaos, isn't it? You're all that's left.
Yes.
And that's why it's taking from you. You're cut off. I didn't know that was possible. I've heard rumors. Did Harmonia do this?
I have to imagine they did, but I don't know. I don't know for sure.
Ascended, you feel the rumble of these trucks starting back up. Sid, what the fuck's going on up there?
I have no fucking clue. I don't know what we should do.
Did anybody notice that the shotgun that was pointing at AJ?
Yeah, I saw that. Should we wait?
Where the fuck did that old woman take clarity? I can't see shit. And I kind of believe that there are fucking holes down here. You know, given the circumstances.
No, I can't see shit either, so...
Anybody have a flashlight? Anything?
You start to feel the rumble of these trucks leaving. Ro, that's right. You do have a flashlight in your pack. You haven't thought of it in so long. You pull it out.
I have one.
As you turn it on and you look around at the ground below you, you actually have one. It's okay. As you look around at this ground around you, you do see it's filled with thousands of holes, and this space, this cavernous space that you currently reside in, goes on farther than your light can reach. You just see darkness. But you do, as you point around, trying to follow the trail of this light, you do see the glint of metal, like that appears to be a refrigerator laying on its side, dug down into the earth. And just as the light hits this, you hear the sound of the trucks leaving. And above you, light pours down from the shaft as Charmelle, with the gun in hand and a flashlight in the other, starts walking down this ladder to greet you.
I walk over directly to the refrigerator that Vale and Clarity are in and open it.
She beelines directly past you, moving towards that refrigerator, throwing it open as you now see a flashlight shining directly in your eyes, Clarity, as Vale. It's okay, she won't hurt you.
Get up.
She won't hurt you.
Get up. I knew it. You're gonna help her.
What? I'm going to help. Is someone going to help me? Is that what is happening? Because I have a giant hole in my chest.
Just do it. She won't actually hurt you. She needs us.
Shut up, Vale.
Who's upstairs? What the fuck?
Don't worry about it. AJ, Harmonia surely didn't buy my fucking story. It didn't go very well. I would bet you money that they're just waiting outside for you to leave. Make this freak help me, or I will just call them right back here for her.
What do you mean make her help you? I can't make her do anything.
It's coming soon.
What's coming soon?
Charmelle, we don't actually know what she is or how she could help us. You don't have to do this.
I don't care. All I want to do is find my husband. That's all I've been trying to do this
what?
whole time. That's all I want to do. A man you fucking left behind, that our kin sold off. If there's an ounce of your body that isn't fucking worthless, just help me.
I don't know how to help you. I can't control her or what she does.
It's coming. Minutes away. Vale starts running through the dark, cavernous space. Ro, your flashlight catches her. She just starts moving.
Where's she going?
For fuck's sake. All right. I pull out a gun and put it to the back of AJ's head.
Whoa!
Hey,
Whoa.
Calm down.
Follow her, or I'll fucking leave you all down here to rot just like you did to me.
Okay. I just start walking forward very, very, very slowly. What is it you want?
Just keep moving.
As you move through this dark space, the single shaft of light coming down next to the ladder behind you becomes more and more faint. There's a cold feeling to this place, like a cave and a hospital mixed together. The chill of the cold, stale air and the smell of death. As you pass by these dark, deep holes, you hear as a breeze passes over them, and what you imagine is the illusion of wailing, of crying. Broken and distorted. You come up behind Vale, who is leaning next to a deep, dark hole that is outfitted with some sort of satellite dish, analog equipment, and a pair of headphones. You can see a bunch of wires and leads moving their way down this hole. And Ro, as you shine your flashlight down this hole, you see no bottom. But the cords, they travel. It's coming. It's coming.
Somebody hand me those headphones.
What is coming?
Charmelle, what have you been doing down here?
why are there so many holes?
Jude hands you the headphones.
Thank you.
Just, let's keep cool, okay, everybody? Like, you feel it, right? I don't understand exactly what chaos is, but you are gonna feel it, I'm sure. It's so close down here.
Do I feel it?
You begin to feel the rumble beneath your feet. And this tone, this frequency that you do recognize at first. And you all, everyone here at this table would understand this tone. It's the daily tenor. Just under here in this cavernous space, the frequency of it, the movement of it, it's stronger. It has a feeling. You've felt this daily tenor every day for years. The frequency that holds the weeping pestilence at bay. The supposed cure that Harmonia released upon the world without asking. It's become so normal, so much like just breathing. You never stop to think about it anymore. You never stop to recognize and feel it as that wave passes through your body. But down here, in this space, you can't ignore it. You start to hear this sound, faint at first, traveling with this frequency. Charmelle's eyes light up. Vale's arms spread out. She's waiting for the wave, for it to pass through her. You hear these whispers, carrying themselves on this frequency. You feel the pressure change in this room, like your ears popping when you climb a mountain too fast or swim too deep. You can feel Vale and you recognize now this pressure change. It's coming with her exhales, as if her breaths were changing the shape of the air in the room itself. She leans down, focusing her head, putting her ear from where the sound emits. She starts to turn a dial, focusing on it. Focusing on it.
I can hear it, I know you can see. It's my fucking husband. Clarity, do something or I'll blow AJ's fucking brains out. If Vale can help, then so can you.
Clarity, roll your brains for me. Difficulty of 6.
Same. Do I have any?
You're serious. Like, that's not...
Any tokens?
You have 4 tokens available. This would require help from only one other individual. Someone would like to narrate, bring into the story how you helped Clarity in this moment. Because everyone else at this table does have at least 1 token available.
I look over to Ro. Look, you're the only competent one here. I see that. I need your help. I'm trying to understand something, and I just don't fully.
Oh, okay, but I don't know anything about whatever's happening or voices or I've never had forward school. I don't know what physics is.
But you have intuition. I can tell that in you.
Ro, you're able to gather from the situation that what she's looking for from Clarity is an explanation of what it is they should even be looking for exactly. You can see from the equipment and the layout of the space, the headphones on her ear, the passing of these whispers. She wants you, Clarity, to help locate something. And you understand this. And you can feel it, just as Vale knew you would. And what you can feel as someone who spent time passing between our dimension and another is where that boundary exists. This place. There's a doorway here, somewhere under the earth. A passage. And on the other side of that doorway may very well be. AJ, I need you to roll your brains for me. Difficulty of 4.
Swim.
3. Now, this is one of those things, AJ, it would have probably been better for you to fail. Because succeeding it, you know. But knowing is not good for you in this moment. Knowing is not going to help your current psychosis. Because what you now know, AJ, is these whispers pass from your ear. You recognize something. You recognize their voices. some of those rebel fighters, people you called friends. You hear them like a breeze. You hear Oliver and the cacophony of voices. You know who these people are. You all can see AJ starting to shake, starting to react to these voices. What is it?
What have you been doing with her?
What is it? Stop! Why the fuck won't anybody tell us anything? What the fuck's going on?
Who is here?
Breathe. It's the other ascendant.
The other rebels. Not ascended. The rebels.
I can hear everybody that's died.
Can you hear your husband? Yeah. Is that what you've been doing this whole time? Is trying to look for your husband?
I heard him, and I've never stopped looking. What else would you have me do?
Clarity, you know now, through this explanation, that is most definitely them on the other side of this doorway. It's most likely correct. And what she's doing here, she's close. Kind of. But you also know these voices, they're not human anymore. They're not people anymore. Vale takes out her hands, sucks the air out of the room, and holds this sound. Holds it there for you to keep hearing it. As the tenor passes on, continuing its track across the world, Vale holds. You can see as her old, frail body begins to shake. She's sweating. She looks up from her pained face, looking directly at you, Clarity. They're just echoes. I told her that, but she's obsessed. They're just echoes. Clarity, you would know that Harmonia must have traded them for something. Harmonia pulls its power from members of society left on the fringes, the homeless, the criminals. If they were to just send all of those rebel forces somewhere, you have to wonder, for what? Because they would have been better used as fuel for Harmonia. What kind of deal must have been made? They would have been too valuable and should have been kept to be used later. You have to wonder just what the fuck has Harmonia been up to? Clarity, roll one more time, cognition for me. Difficulty of 5.
2.
You focus in. You try looking. You can tell that this doorway, it's close. It is somewhere under this earth. But they're just not there yet.
There's a door there. You're not supposed to go through it. She's not supposed to go through it. No one. We cannot go to the door.
I'm not strong enough anymore to find the voices. I have to use the tenor to break through, but Clarity, with your help, we could find the door.
No.
And Vale keeps trying to hold. She's holding with everything left in her small, frail body.
You're on your own. I have to get back to KOllOK.
You fucking don't. I've been working for this for so long, and now there are 2 of you here, and you can actually do it. There's no fucking way you're allowed to leave.
You don't understand. That's not a door for you to go through.
How do we know until we try?
She can't help you.
How? What do you know about fucking help, AJ? What do you know in general about fucking helping people? You don't care what anybody wants.
Just help. She's not gonna let you leave. Just help.
AJ,
Can I see anything in the dark right now?
You know that there's a gun behind your head, but her flashlight is pointed in the general direction of clarity. So you have to assume that you yourself are in the dark, and you know what's behind you. And that she probably can't see you as long as her light's currently fixated on clarity.
So all I'm gonna do, because I know that she's not gonna let us out of here, and I know that there's a hole behind me, behind Charmelle, that I'm just gonna very quickly just back up and push her back.
I need you to roll your fight for me. Charmelle, you're gonna roll a d4 for your flight.
oh, you roll again.
Seven?
Swimming, yeah.
It's at 8.
8.
You had a 7. That was a swim and a 3. And you rolled an 8.
I rolled an 8.
Charmelle, as your light points in the general direction of clarity, and you feel your anger rising at her unwillingness to help you after everything you've been through, before you can react, and just as Vale can no longer hold these whispers, and you feel your husband's voice once again drift, you feel yourself falling. As your arms start to scrape against the side of this hole, your flashlight bouncing and pushing its way, you're left falling with the final thought. Maybe, if you're lucky, you'll find him at the bottom. But there's no way for us to know. Row, as you take your light and trail it over the top of this hole and point it down, it can't travel far enough to see how far she went.
I don't know how far this hole goes, but maybe she'll find peace.
Fuck. Jude looks over at Vale, somewhat concerned. Okay. Okay, come on. Let's get you all upstairs. As Vale walks forward in the dark, Row trailing behind with her flashlight, leading you all to the ladder, illuminated by the one shaft of light. And you're able to make your way up, back, into the kitchen. Go ahead and, I guess, finish eating. You all need it.
I'm just gonna look over at Bill. I'm sorry that she kept you here for such a long time.
Where will you go now?
I'll probably stay here for a while. out there, they're looking for me, and at least here I know I can hide. And I like the voices. They keep me company. There's not many of us left.
We know that Harmonia is probably outside. So we'll just stay here until nightfall, and then we'll move.
Do I still have the hole in my chest?
You do, and it's not going anywhere. That is what's left of you. You can assume, Clarity, that the hole will only grow bigger every time you use a part of yourself. Or if someone else does it for you.
I turn to the group. I'm going to go rest now.
Why don't you all go rest? I'll take first watch.
Thanks.
Yeah, no, go rest. I'll take a walk.
You sure you don't want me to do it?
No, you need more rest than anybody right now. Maybe you and Jude.
Sid, you make your way up to the second floor bedroom. Clarity, you follow. There's a set of twin beds in here, covered in dust. I'm sorry, there was a family here when she found the place, and their bodies have been rotting in the barn for years, so they didn't like her digging holes on her land. And this is before she found me, but she just kind of hid their photos and stuff, but I'll grab some blankets from the master and just bring them back for you as she exits the room, leaving the two of you alone.
Thank you.
At least the bodies aren't in here.
Yeah. That's pretty crazy about your eye, huh?
Yeah. Can I put my hand through your hole?
Sure.
Whoa.
As you poke at this hole, it's only about as small as your pinky finger at the
Okay, I
moment.
did not fist it.
And as you start to touch it, it's almost like you can feel electricity pulsing from her body into your finger, and the cold pull of what you can only assume the chill of outer space might feel like.
That's pretty groovy. Does it hurt?
No. It's, I mean, I feel weak, but that doesn't cause me pain.
You don't know what it is?
No. We should probably rest.
Yeah. We can tie a scarf around it so people don't know. It could be a cool party trick down the road when it's not, fresh.
Why do you say such unusual things?
You think I say unusual things?
Yes, I do.
Oh.
Why would
I think you say unusual
Why would
things.
I use that as a party trick?
Because it's a fun, wacky
Do
thing.
you even attend parties? Didn't all of your friends perish in
I
fire?
have dreams about parties sometimes, and people love me in the dreams. Like my eye, it's a good party trick, People can just punch me and I don't feel anything.
I guess that would be
And then it makes,
entertaining.
and then people will talk to you more, and then you can get whatever you need, like smoke or whatever.
Do you think that you'll attend a party anytime soon?
I wish. Probably not, but if I do, you're invited.
Really? Even after what I tried to do to Jude?
I mean, I didn't care that much. It's just I'm the one that got him on fire, so I feel like if I also was I don't care if you die, that would be like extra fucked up. So I had to like
Yeah.
care.
Yeah.
He's been kind of angry lately, but he'll get over it. I'll get him some aloe vera.
You can hear him grunting below you. He can't hear you, but just him trying to get comfortable on the old, ragged couch in the living room. Oh, fuck. Oh, God.
I have to admit, I think Jude might be growing on me.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
He just doesn't stop, does he? Despite every wound and beating and burning and hanging, he just doesn't stop.
Good thing you didn't smother him.
Yeah, I guess it was a good thing.
Yeah.
C-dubs, you can hear the sound of friendly chatter from your hallway position where you stand behind AJ, who still won't speak to you.
How you feeling?
You should go get some rest. We'll have to move soon.
Okay. You coming?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll just, I'm gonna freshen up.
Okay. I'll be in the room.
C-dubs walks past AJ, and AJ behind you, you hear the small clickety-clack of Davina's little metal paws on the wood floor. And you open that bathroom door, keeping your back turned to what's inside as you slowly close it. You take a moment before you turn, because you know what's waiting for you there when you do. But eventually, you pull yourself to the right, revealing yourself in the mirror above the sink. It's the first time you've seen yourself since it happened. You've been avoiding you. You've been avoiding your doubt, your pain, your guilt. You push yourself up against the wall, and you feel yourself slide to the floor. As the tears fall and the wave of energy passes through you, AJ, you sink. Ro, you've made your way up to the top floor of this building. There was a small attic way where you had noticed a window peering to the outside when you came up. You find your way up there. A small ladder leads you the best vantage point to make sure Harmonious stays where they belong. And as you look out that window, you do see them off in the distance through your scope. You quickly pull away because if you can see them, it's quite possible they're watching for you as well. They're there. But with you on guard, you can wait till nightfall. So you take a moment, Ro, and you look around a little bit. And you see something in the corner of this attic that you have not seen in a very, very long time. A couple of things. One, a hand crank generator. A light. A stack of old VHS movies. And a combo TV VCR set.
Holy shit.
You start immediately winding up the generator. And as you do, the light bulb starts to flicker on, as it then starts to run itself. And you see the flashing light on the VCR, 00:00. You remember. As much as you'd like to peek into this stack of movies, maybe there's a classic you've never seen before. You have that tape that you've been carrying with you since CXG.
Well, since we just have to wait for a while, I'm sure I can take a couple minutes.
You place the tape into the VCR. You hear it starting to wind as the picture starts to flicker. An image pops up on screen.
This is Liang. This is Liang.
Where am I? Rowan Reed! Oh, what the?
Careful. They'll sting you for that.
Where are my children? Where are my children?
I assume safe back at the farm. Oh, sorry. At the House of Second. Look, I get it. You're scared, angry, slowly realizing your Messiah is a fraud who sold you off for disobedience. Must have pissed him off real good.
Absolution?
Hardly. You're older than most sent to the slaughter. And highly unlikely anyone will want to do an ego transfer in an older vessel. So your best bet at any kind of lucid future is MV sensitivity.
Give me back my child!
Get her up. Pepper for MV extortion. Baby. Oh, she's awake. Bad news, I'm afraid. No traces of sensitivity to MV energy absorption. How's your ticket out of here?
Bro.
You're going back to them? Yeah, you're going back to them. Just not as you are. Clearing your ego in case a buyer comes along.
Why?
Two birds, one stone. Yeah. Can't have you telling anyone about your time here. And Master Ellison prefers the ones who do come back to be complacent. Or absolved, as you call them.
Fucking kill you!
Subject, Lisa Liang. Ego dissolve treatment successful. Preparing for release to farm to be held as property of CXG if a suitable buyer comes forward. Unlikely, but whatever. Hey. Good. Repeat after me. My name is Lisa Liang.
My name is Lisa Liang.
I have been absolved of my sins.
I have been absolved from my sins.
I serve a higher power, my Master Ellison.
I serve a higher power.
My Master Ellison.
I serve a higher power.
Whatever, good enough. Ship her out.
The tape stops. The static of the screen is all you're left with. You haven't seen the face of your mother since you were 14 years old. So much in that moment this tape that you can't explain. The who, the what, or the why. More questions than answers. There were things in there that you recognize, though. Absolvement. The process the Church of the Second would put you through to prove you were loyal. You would come back, absolved of your sins. The highest honor at the church. Or was it? How much of your childhood was a lie?
No. Your name is Rolian. Your name is Rosemary. Your mother called you Ro for short. You were 29 years old. You were 13 when you left the church. You were 16 when you joined the Ascended. Your name is Ro. Your name is Ro. You do not have time for this. You have people counting on you. Their names are Judith, C-Dubs, AJ, Sid. We have a fucking clarity to be. You're gonna keep them alive this time. You're gonna keep them alive this time. This time you're gonna keep them safe.
You hear the sound of a breeze move through the house.
On the count of 3, you're gonna get up. And you're gonna find that sound.
Realize, as you look up from the TV, that it's now no longer light outside. The sun has gone down. How long were you trapped in that moment with your mother?
On the count of 3, you're gonna get up. You're gonna find what's gone wrong.
What you can only imagine is the sound of the front door below bouncing against the entryway wall. As you start to make your way down the ladder from the attic, the one single light that was up there leaves you. You're now in the dark of the house, surrounded by this darkness. You have to wonder if they left without you. No, they would never do such a thing. But the sun's gone down. It's time to leave soon. You start making your way across the second floor. Ever darker the further you get from that light. You pass through the rooms that you watched Sid and Clarity lay themselves down in. There's no one there. The bathroom door open, but empty. And as you get to the head of the stairway, standing there in the opening of that moonlit door, the shape of a man you do not recognize. Your flashlight traces up to the man's body as he shields. Sorry, I didn't realize anyone was here. The door, it was open.
Who the fuck are you?
Can you stop?
Sorry.
I'm sorry, the door was open and I've just been looking for a place to... I'm Isaac. What the fuck's with all the holes outside?
Yeah, that sucked. Sorry, I really shouldn't have pushed to...
Don't worry about it. She's right, though.
About what?
There has to be something in here, like a key. Even if we can't access the event range, we can at least learn how they're keeping us from doing that. we can start looking for patterns.
There has to be a way in. I'll take what we've learned so far, and we can look at those ranges and see if we can pull the heavy resistance, probe the frequency, and see what we get. It's just that.
Yeah, it's not a quick process. I'll worry about keeping management off her backs.
Thanks. That woman scares me.
She scares everyone. 17-29, you know the guy who's been here forever? He said when he started here, Ruth was his department lead, and that she has not aged a day.
The devil in a human suit, I'm sure. All right. Booting recollection modules, logging 2111, desired event range, November 12th, 1991. Recording all data that might lead to a successful retrieval.
Want a snack from the break room?
Though the technicians may feel an indifference to those locked in here, I feel a great deal. I'm as curious as you are as to what binds us, or why. What is it that they are looking for in this so-called event range? One thing remains clear. Tibby Devon is not who he appears to be, or at least not who he tells his friends he is. We've learned that what happens in here, though seen by us, seen by the technicians, does not appear to be being seen by them, each other. They remain isolated, members of each other's memory. But as an abstract, like anyone you remember, it's not them, just your perception of them. It makes you wonder what is real. Is it what was? Or is it how they remember it? And how has that changed over time? Are we seeing what happened? Or are we seeing how they interpreted what happened? Do I even fucking care? I guess I have to. I feel like the mystery of this moment, it binds us, it ties me to them. And I don't like that. So as I have before, and I will do now again, I move forward because I have to. Laura Bennett, May 5th, 2002. Laura Bennett finds herself at the Church of the Second. She's greeted by an individual who appears to be a blank personality. Hello. Hi. Welcome to the Church of the Second. So glad to have you here with us today. We've been waiting for you. Master Allison will see you now.
Thank you so much. What'd you say your name was again?
I don't have a name, miss. I don't need one. Not here.
What?
I've been absolved of my earthly sins.
And your identity?
Please. Master Ellison is waiting for you. You are Laura Bennett, correct?
I am. I have a whole name and everything.
Please. She motions for Laura to lead the way. As this blank woman follows you, Laura, she never loses her smile. She looks at you, but she doesn't see you. Past you. That's something else. But she follows. And you begin making your way through this camp. This place. You see before you a giant mansion-like structure in the center. All of the paths converging here. Go ahead.
I curtsy.
The doors open, leading you inside. You are greeted by two men who speak in unison. Laura Bennett, welcome to the Church of the Second.
Thank you, gentlemen. Do you have names?
We do not have names.
Wild.
We do not need names here.
Yeah, got it.
We have been absolved of our earthly sins.
And I love that for you.
Master Ellison is waiting for you.
Again. God, thank you. Thank you. I make a mental note to add a 0 to my invoice. This place is creepy.
They lead you through the mansion up a large staircase, where you find what you can only assume to be the master bedroom. And as they open those doors together in unison, they reveal to you a man wearing all black standing at a large floor-to-ceiling window overlooking the place from where you just came. Before he even turns to greet you, Laura Bennett, I presume?
Mr. Ellison.
He turns, walks towards you with a smile. So glad to have you here. You were greeted well.
I couldn't ask for better service. Thank you. You have a lovely group here.
The Church of the Second is my everything. I'm sure you've heard of us and our wonderful deeds we've done for the community as the world continues to burn.
Look, I have heard that. I apologize for my brusqueness. It's different out there, as I'm sure you...
I'm aware.
Yeah.
I've spent much time on the outside. Never liked what I saw, but thank you for coming on such short notice.
Of course, what can I help you with?
My mind, it's been drifting, Miss Bennett, filled with these impure thoughts. I heard you were the best at what you do, and I sat on the fence for a long time, understanding, believing in such a thing, but God does provide, and He led you down your path, and I'm sure I was meant to find you, to help me cleanse myself of these thoughts.
Well, my process is comprehensive, invasive, and above all else, safe and effective. I'm happy to serve in whatever capacity I can.
You will be paid well. We are not short for that, you can assume, yes, as you can see.
Well,
Lord treats us well.
Yeah, good, that's great. Well, I got your advance notice that you didn't want me to bring any protocol objects.
I have just the thing for you. He walks past you to the other side of the room, where next to his large bed, he opens a drawer. He pulls out an old Bible, Mr. Ellison, inscribed in gold across the front. Here, my father's Bible. I believe, from what I read of your process, this, well, you can help me hold on to that feeling. Bring me back to that place.
Of piety and propriety?
Of the memories of the joy I felt from worship.
Yeah.
To remind me to hold against the demons that try to invade my mind on an everyday basis. I am at war here, you see. I put a target on my back. They're always coming for me, trying to invade and corrupt me. But you can do this, yes? You can bring me back to that moment, hold me in that place. This is what I've heard.
I will shine up the armor of your spirit. Why don't you...
So, how would you like to begin?
Okay. One, way less talking. Go ahead and take a seat, and I will get set up. Thank you so much. Do you need anything? Water? Are you comfortable? Are you...
I am at peace and ready to move forward.
Great. Okay. And Laura goes to her briefcase, and I open it up and start pulling out sundry machines. I could have compiled them into like a single unit, but this is part of it, the beginning of the ritual of setting out each piece of technology and slowly connecting it, the symmetry. It's almost hypnotic the way they watch my hands work, as everything is connected to itself. And then they are looped in to the process as well. And I uncoil the little wires that I have tucked into my hair. And I don't have to stay tethered to this anymore, but it's always easier if I start with them. And we close the circuit. And I look into Ellison's eyes and place the Bible in his hand.
I'm ready. This is exciting.
I need you to listen to my voice. And I need you to remember the smooth, supple leather worn from years of holding and turning and being held to his heart. I need you to remember the look on his face, the joy and pride he had the first time he handed his Bible to you. That transfer of power, of responsibility, of joy, the living word. You are now Master Ellison. You are also the little boy whose cup was so small, so it overflowed so easily with joy in the word, of psalms and songs and hymns and endless praise. So I need you to lean back, Master Ellison, and remember when you were smaller and overflowed easily. And I wait for his eyes to drift shut, for that little twitch at the corner of his mouth that says he's there. Then I untether myself from the circuit and begin monitoring and adjusting. And where memory carries the intellectual understanding of an emotion, I found it. And if I can just pin down the frequency, I can play with it. Turn it down. Turn it up in this case, so that he feels filled with the Holy Spirit, or whatever the fuck he is paying me for in this moment. And once his heart rate comes down to that steady, almost REM pace, I stand up and push away from the table. So now I've got about 20 minutes to kill.
Just as you pull yourself away, a knock at the door, and then it opens. Not waiting for an answer. This is not your room, after all. And a woman stands in the entryway, dressed in all black, long black hair. You do take a moment of surprise as this woman of, well, she's not white, and that takes you back a little bit, as everyone else you passed along the way most certainly was.
A little head tilt, like, hey.
Hello, hi, would you like a glass of water while you're waiting? And I hold out a glass of water, shaking the ice clinking.
Yeah, hi, thank you. So,
I'm sorry.
Are you okay? Are you good?
I'm great. It's been a long time since I've seen someone outside the church. It's, God, over 6 years now.
Shut up.
Shut up?
No, I'm so
Can I say
sorry.
something?
No, you're, hey.
Hi.
You got a name?
Yeah, I'm Lisa. Lisa Liang.
Oh my God. Hi, Laura Bennett.
Lovely to
Hi.
meet you.
Hi.
You dress different out there, don't
Oh.
you? I like it. I quite like it.
Oh my God, thanks. You look really nice. So I'm gonna put this down. Thank you. Hi. You 6 years? That can't be. That's like exaggeration.
No.
It's been like 6 years.
Approximately 6 years, 2 months, 42 days, 16 hours, 42, 43, 45, 46, 47 seconds.
Oh my
48.
God. Okay, you don't have to keep it. Got it. You know what? I got it. I'm gonna keep that tally in my head, so you don't have to keep saying it. Cool. Hey, you seem nervous but spirited. Yeah, I gotta ask. Yeah, how the fuck did you get involved in this?
Oh.
I'm so sorry.
Oh.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, it's fine. It's fine. Well, it's a long story. I have 2 beautiful children, Ro and Reed, a girl and a boy.
Oh.
Unfortunately, their husband, right? My husband passed away in the tsunamis.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
But the tragic loss that day was swept away by the joy of bringing in 2 children into the world on the very last day, and I just knew.
You
knew they
hear
were
this,
gifts from
Laura,
God.
the very last day. You've heard, everyone's heard, the celebrity that they are, just surprised that they would be in this place. You have to check, does she actually mean ascended?
What is their birth? Are they on the last day? The ascended, yes.
Oh.
2 of them. My miracle babies.
Oh my God.
Yes. And I tried to raise them on my own, but it is very hard with no resources.
Yeah.
That is until I found Master Ellison, or I guess he found me, brought me here, gave us a warm bed to sleep in, food, everyone to help raise them. And I'm so grateful, so forever grateful. I just don't know where I would be without them now.
Calm down,
Master Ellison has taken such great care of us.
Yeah. Look, gratitude is good. It's important. You are close to my face right now.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Okay, I've got a question. I met some quite strange people. Why aren't you like the other ones that don't have names or say anything?
Laura Bennett, can you do me a favor and roll your communicative for me? Difficulty of 5.
Okay. We got this. 5 exactly.
You understand, Lisa, that she means no offense by this. It's an unusual thing to ask. Outsiders aren't really supposed to, but she seems so genuine. You can tell she means no harm.
Of course. Oh, the ones outside. Well, you see, when I first came here, I was a bit too how do I say this? Old. To be absolved of all my worldly sins.
The fuck does that mean? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Keep going. I'm gonna reach over and touch a knob just to like.
But
you're like 30. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
My babies, Ro and Reed, once they turn 14, they will be. If all goes well, and I know it will be, they will have a chance to be absolved.
Oh, you mean like the other? Hey, what? Absolved? See, you say that, and it sounds like you're saying it with like a capital A. What does that mean at all? What is that? It seems bad.
No, no, never, no.
Okay.
Master Ellison would never do that to us. Master Ellison is great.
You call him Master.
Yes.
We gotta start there.
Yes.
That's wild.
Master Ellison.
Oh, you're just gonna compete
Yes.
with your whole chest. Cool.
Cleanses us of our sins, of all of our worldly sins. I can only be so lucky that my children, they will come back to the church absolved, completely.
Okay, this is a lot of intense energy that I super wish was moved in any other direction. Like he's a guy, right? Like you keep talking about like your sins will be absolved. Like he's a person. He has sins too. I feel like they're putting a lot of that on you. Like I'm just gonna say it. How are women treated here? I have a very bad feeling, and I just.
No, excellent. He treats us so well. We are so lucky.
Lisa, you would know that he treats all 8 of his wives extremely well.
He has 8 wives. A very, very lucky man, and we are so lucky to serve under him. Privileged, if I must say.
Oh, I want to turn the machine up and, nope. It's an inside thought.
Yes.
8 wives,
Yes,
and you're
8
all
wives.
so lucky.
Yes. Oh, if this was the old me, I would never accept it. I was just like you.
Be the old you!
But Lisa herself is not, she feels there might be some confusion here. She's not one of those 8 wives. She would have to be absolved to be one of the 8 wives. She's too old for that.
I used to be just like you. I hope one day to be one of his 8 wives. Unfortunately, I have yet to be absolved and never will be.
Because of the age thing that you mentioned earlier?
Yes, I am
Okay.
far too old.
You have to hear how fucked up that is. You have to hear that. That's fuck this. That's no.
I
Look,
understand.
look.
I understand.
Woman to woman. Like, come on now. Look, food, Maslow's hierarchy of needs, I get it. You need to not be eaten by wolves or whatever as you and your children move through this wasteland or whatever. No, it's not worth it. He's just a guy no.
He's incredible.
Where do you think, no.
Laura Bennett, please roll your attack for me. Difficulty of 5.
7.
Lisa, she's coming on very strong now. This makes you a little uncomfortable. These words, these questions aren't allowed within the church. This is very strange to you because it makes so much sense to you given what has happened to the world on the outside. She should know. You should let her know why she should know.
Listen, I understand. This wasn't always very easy for me either. I used to live out there. I was a civil worker in New York. Coffee, bacon, egg, and cheese, you know.
That sounds great.
Well.
Why are you here? That's good. You know, there's still a world out there, right? Like,
God
no.
sent me here to
Okay,
protect
hey,
my
fuck you.
children.
Where do you think I'm from? I didn't just appear at the edge of your compound.
From out there?
Yeah.
The fallen civilization has fallen, but you...
No!
How?
Excuse me. Do I look like I'm from a fallen? It's not New York bagel life like a couple years ago, but there's still a world out there. You get that, right?
But it's unsafe. It runs rampant with sodomy and evil. You must be very, very strong to be living in such extreme conditions.
Okay, I'm gonna take the compliment. You're not wrong about the strong part, but it's not that bad. And I see
Master
something
Ellison
in...
says.
No, don't fucking worry about what Master Ellison says. Master Ellison needs me to come in and coach him through refilling his own spiritual cup because everyone is just a person trying to figure out their way in the world. He's not smarter or better or braver than you. He's just brainwashing you.
Oh. My.
You're better than this. I don't know you, but I know this. Fuck it. Read a newspaper. Look at a TV. There's a whole world out there, and I bet you don't see a fucking bit of it because that wouldn't be what Master Ellison needs to live his little dream harem life.
Laura, roll your communicative for me. Difficulty of 6.
Do I have any tokens?
You have 5 tokens
Oh
available.
my god. I would like to get a 6, please. I'll spend 4.
So you do. Lisa, something about this woman, the way she speaks to you, though at first a little off-putting, there's a plainness to it, a seeing you as a peer, not someone that she looks down on. She's belittled the church, but not you. And though you understand that that's supposed to be a belittlement of you, you don't feel it. You truly feel that this woman means you no harm, and why on earth would she lie to you about these things? Laura, you can see that you're starting to get through to her. She's starting to question some of the things around her.
Let me show you something. Come here. And I want to go back over to the actual machine. I know it. Look, I don't have time to explain how all of this works, but it does really well. And I'm just going to turn this up really quick. And
as your hand reaches out to touch the knob, you feel a cold hand of a male wrap around your wrist. Miss Bennett.
Oh. Mr. Ellison.
Lisa.
Master Ellison.
I'm sure you've been hospitable to our guest.
Oh, yes, I was offering her a glass of water. She was quite lovely.
Could you grab me one as well, please?
Of course, of course.
And some milk, whole, please.
Yes, sir.
A plate of spaghetti, too, if you don't mind.
Okay, sure, of course. Anything else, sir?
No, that'll be all.
Right away.
A spork.
Oh, I will have to find one of those, but I'm sure I can.
We have some.
Okay.
Before she gets too far, I want to grab the glass from the desk and rush it over to her, kind of just chugging. Thank you so much for the water.
That's lovely.
Hey, I know. Please, no, don't look at me. I know what you're going through. I was brainwashed. I was locked away from the world for years. And you have to be so strong to endure any of that. You're strong. You are stronger than even you realize. Get out if you can.
Lisa, go! Please.
Of course, right away, Mr.
Leave our
Ellison.
guests alone.
Okay, no yelling, Mr. Ellison. You are in a
I think it's time
vulnerable-
for you to pack up your things. Thank you so much. I feel
How are you feeling?
so light.
Good.
You are truly as great as they say you are.
Thanks. I know.
One of my people will hand you a check on the way out.
It's good for me. Go
Thank
ahead.
you. He walks away from you as you pack up the device and stands with his back to you as he looks out over his servants, as he
This place. Fuck that guy.
and the memory fades. We find ourselves in between. As we wait for the machines to shift, to hone in on what it is they're looking for, to search for whatever it is they're trying to find. As they jog from the left and to the right, they stop, pulling themselves into Emily Pegg. October 29th, 2005. Emily sits on the small, two-seated couch as Laura stands defiantly across from her next to the small sink. Arguments are hard in this place.
I just don't understand why this has to happen now.
What do you mean, why now? Look, I know what I said before, that I wasn't going to get back.
Said? No, let's rephrase that. It wasn't just saying it, Laura. You promised. You actually said, I promise.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think you can just contextualize that as saying it.
Okay. I promised to leave nostalgia work behind, but I promise you the amount of money I'm being offered to do what I do best could be the difference for us. We could have a better life if you just get over whatever the fuck it is that doesn't allow you to see my work as valid.
Emily, I'm gonna need you to roll your defensive for me against Laura Bennett's attack. That always with you too.
I have this one.
Okay, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Weird.
A 2?
A 2.
I got
and
8. I got 8.
Tokens won't help you here. You feel yourself pushed back, being hit hard in this moment as Laura continues to barrage you.
I mean, what do you want from me? We could sit out here and barter fucking bad beats for a rusted roof to patch, or you could let me go and be a part of the world that still exists out there, if you even care to remember it. We could have real money, we could have a real life, we could have a real home. I promised you that. And I could fulfill on that promise. I want this for both of us.
I was just under the impression that happiness doesn't really have anything to do with money, but
The people who say that don't have money.
and I've felt pretty happy over the last few months, but I can see that you
Funny
don't
way
agree
to
with-
show it.
Sorry that I'm not so forthcoming with my emotions, Laura. And I don't wear them on my sleeve like you do.
It's crazy for a therapist to be this blocked up, but go off, King.
Laura Bennett, roll your attack, please. Difficulty of 5. This argument again, Emily. She's used it against you so many times, it bounces off of you, it carries very little weight. Like a sting she keeps in her back pocket, thinking it has some sort of effect, but you're past that.
Just like it's kind of weird that a nostalgia broker constantly doesn't want me thinking of the past. It's kind of weird, isn't it? I think so.
This has nothing to do with that, and you know it.
And my job has nothing to do with this. This is about you going to work for that fucking church.
Okay, look, I don't think the church is good. It seems creepy. It seems creepy and weird. And let's think of this, let's recontextualize. Let's think of this as a tithe out. I will be taking 10% of their monthly income in the form of my rate and redistributing it amongst the population, starting with us. Does that feel good? That should feel better. It should feel better. I'm not making this better.
That is the same argument as saying, I really hate this person. I guess that I will give them something that they want, because I'll be taking back a little bit of it. It'll be fine. No. That argument holds absolutely no water.
Emily, roll your attack for me, please. And Laura, roll your defense. It's a d6.
Do I have any tokens? I'm just wondering.
You have 4.
Okay, I see your system raise you a swim for a total of 9.
Let me make sure.
Emily, as you
Yeah, that's a sink.
as you try poking this, as you try making your point and digging in, and you walk directly up to Laura, as you sink this point, she just looks at you and walks out the door, leaving you
back
alone to yourself again. Back to that moment, or moments, where she would just leave you to go off and do this work that you find insulting to the work that you do, or did. And the moment fades. But we trace it, we follow it. We move just to the right of it. We stay on this path. It's probably important. Laura Bennett, October 30th, 2005. Laura, as you walk back into this room that you had left 3 years before, you see Master Ellison standing next to the window, no different than he did then. He has a brace over his left arm. Miss Bennett.
Mr. Ellison.
Welcome back.
It's good to see you.
How have you been?
Oh. You know, it's hard out there, but we get by.
Yes.
How are you holding up?
It's become hard in here as well. Things are difficult here at the church. I'm sorry to pull you out of retirement like this.
That's fine.
I know, or at least I've heard that you've found a different path. one with gifts like yours could just never imagine such a thing.
You are, as ever, too kind.
I have something a little different for you this time, if you don't mind.
Oh. Okay.
He hands you a bracelet. It's, my late wife's.
I'm so sorry for your loss. How are your people, doing? There was a very kind woman that I met here a couple years back.
Yes.
Lisa.
Yes.
Lisa? Is she still around?
She no longer needs that name. She's been absolved of her earthly sins.
Oh.
You understand.
Yeah. What's this bracelet made out of?
It's made out of some sort of ancient stone, carved by hand, held together with a thin rope. The kind of thing you're not surprised to see in some sort of religious capacity. It's gaudy.
Resist the urge to try to break it a little bit. Interesting. From what I understood, go ahead and take a seat. Let's get you hooked up.
Yes.
She was too old to be absolved. What's that about?
It's a ceremony. You wouldn't understand. It's our way.
Mm-hmm.
The members of our church, when they reach a certain age, they're allowed to venture out into the world and find themselves. The special ones come back, cleared of their sins, ready to serve the church and a higher power. I understand how that sounds. I have spent a lot of time on the outside, and I know how people think of me. I can only assume how you do, but that is why we pay you well.
It is not my place to judge, only as ever to serve. And I hand back the bracelet.
Thank you.
Are you ready to begin?
Most definitely. I've been waiting for this day.
Deep breath in. I need you to listen to the sound of my voice.
Yes.
And focus on me.
Yes.
Focus on the cool feeling of the stone beneath your fingers, how it reminds you of that cool, steady love of the one that you lost. Focus. Put all of the heat and stress and strain of grief, of unmooring, of unflooring, push it into that cold stone and remember her voice, her touch, her soothing gaze.
You lead him through as he falls. And just like before, you have a moment, some time. You find yourself walking to the window, seeing what he sees. And there below, you recognize her. The one you knew as Lisa. She's standing next to a serving tray, dishing out lunch to fellow church members.
I'm gonna turn down the machine a little bit to buy myself just a couple extra minutes and then run outside to try to find her.
It's easy to find her. No one stops you along the way, nor would they know how to. As you walk up to Lisa and you begin trying to talk to her, you notice as you walk up and you wave, there's no response, no sign of her remembering you at all.
Excuse me? Hey, ma'am, hey. Hi, I'll take that one, thank you. You can have it. I didn't have a plan once I grabbed it. Hi, eyes on me. Hi. Hi.
Hello.
Hi, it's so good to meet you.
Hello.
Hi, I'm Laura Bennett.
I do not have a name. I do not need a name.
Oh, no, that's, oh, and she's back. How are you? How are you doing? We met before.
It's a lovely day.
Oh, my God, the weather.
Your attempts to make her remember you. Nothing seems to be getting through. Nothing you say gives even a sign in her eyes that there's a history of any moment shared between the two of you.
How are your kids doing?
Reed and Row.
Yes, you remember. Reed and Row. You're Lisa. Oh, whoop, nope, lost her. Hey. What did I do to you? Why is this? You're gone.
It's a lovely day.
Whoa, I hit that. You looped. Fuck. Hey, can you put those down for me? Hi, can you do me a favor? That would be so, yeah, great. Come with me. I need your Master Ellison.
Master Ellison.
There we go. Need your help. Yes, you have to come with me. Thank you.
Of course.
Oh, there we go in a hand. And I'm trying to lead her back up to the office because it's just weird out. There's too many weird people out here. At least it's quiet up there.
As you lead her through, a group of guards stop. Excuse me.
Hi.
The young woman is to be serving lunch.
Oh, yes. I understand that. You understand that. It's so great that you're here. You don't have it. Of course you don't. I was sent down here by Master Ellison. I'm Laura Bennett, his guest with a whole ass name.
You're correct. We were told you would be here today.
Yes, and
welcome.
Thank you.
To the Church of the Second.
Yes. I'm here. I've been here. That's so good. I need her help with Master Ellison now, and I need Reed. Bring me. Both in the office.
The young Mr. Reed?
Mm-hmm. Important. Straight from Ellison.
He is one of our most treasured students.
Yes.
Brought to us by God.
Praise.
Him and his sister, humanity's hope.
Mm-hmm. Master Ellison would just love to bask in the light of that hope. So
I'll
please
send for him.
Thank you. I'm gonna go. Come on. Drag her.
You make your way up to Master Ellis's room, where upon entering the room, you see Master Ellison deep within his session, trapped in that wonderful thought.
Okay, this is a bad idea. You trust me. You trust me. You trust him. Sit.
We all trust Master
Yeah,
Ellison,
we
of course.
love him so much. Fucking sit. Please. He would love it if you sat. And I'm gonna run around to Ellison and pull the diodes off of him. Yep, and stay down. No, just.
Miss Bennett, I was in the middle.
Yes, this is important. I'm just gonna. Really, you're good.
What are you doing to her?
Master?
My session wasn't.
Hi. Change in plans. We're gonna. It's a paired session now. We're going to. You know what? Fuck it. No.
Excuse me, your language. You are a guest in my home, Miss Bennett, and I will not tolerate such language. You would be wise to...
Oh, is the language?
Understand your place here.
I understand that you understand your place here.
I would like to continue my session now.
No. When's the last time anyone told you no, Ellie?
I would like to continue my session. I'll increase the price, since I understand that's what you people on the outside only care about.
I care about way more than that. I care about information. You know what's fun about the mind, right? It's not just feelings. It's memory. It's data. It all has to go somewhere, doesn't it? And it would be a fucking shame if someone like me saved all of those little corners of your mind.
What are you implying, Miss Bennett?
Me? Nothing. I'm just saying that.
How much? How much?
Not everything's about money.
I'll make sure this is the last fucking time you ever work another day as a broker. You think I don't fucking know people? You will never, ever have another client again.
Ellison,
as it gets
you-
up. Young miss?
No. No. Go. And if you ever threaten me like that again, I will put you under the fucking ground. You have no idea who I am. You have no idea what I'm capable of. This is just a little fucking parlor trick. But I'm inside your head. I live there now. So maybe you don't piss me off anymore. Maybe you just walk away and let me do what I do best.
Ellison makes his way to the front doors of this room. Before he exits, he turns. If you're not off my property in 30 minutes, there won't be a you left to tell anyone anything, as he storms away.
Okay. Okay. Hi, Lisa. Okay. Fuck. Okay, this is...
It's a lovely day.
I can fix this. This is a parlor trick, but it can be better. It could be more. Okay. I want to
hello? Hi. Master Ellison seemed really upset. I was
Are you
told-
Reed?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, get in here.
Excuse me? Mom?
Yes. That's your mom. You know that that's your mom.
Yes.
And you know she's like this.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you know why she's like this? I'm sorry.
She was absolved, ma'am.
Yeah, but have you and your sister been absolved?
Days away. So soon. On our birthday. Our 14th birthday.
Okay, I need you to do me a huge favor. Can you and pull Ellison's chair over? Sit here. I need you to hold your mom's hand.
Okay, ma'am. Yes.
This is the beginning.
I understand.
We are going to absolve you of your absolution, and I reconfigure the array, and I loop myself back into it. Okay.
Ma'am, what's happening? I'm confused.
Don't worry about it. You're okay. You're doing great. Just hang out. You can have some of Ellison's milk. You'll know when I need you. Lisa? Yeah.
Yes.
I need you to
Mom.
listen.
Mom, that used to be your name.
I do not have a name. We do not need names.
Hey. I understand. But you turned your head, which means you remember.
Miss, are you gonna make her remember her name? hasn't been the same.
Do you trust me? Okay. I got this.
Okay.
Hold her other hand.
Okay.
Lisa, I need you to listen to the sound of my voice. I need you to stay here. And I don't turn the dials up enough to sink her into slumber. I need her to stay awake. Eyes on me. Everything I tell you is true. You see it, and you feel it, and you know it as memory and present and past. You are all outside. You are in the wasteland. It is dangerous. It is terrible. You are hunted and haunted by demons beyond measure. They're coming for you. You're strong, you're fast. You know how to survive, but your children, Breed and Roe, they're young. They're weak. They are the last hope, and if you let them die, if you let them be caught, all hope from this world goes with them, and you will be alone.
Miss, I'm scared.
I know. He's scared. You can feel it in his hand, his heartbeat raising. He is terrified. And where are you? You're gone. You are sunken so down within yourself that you can't help them. They're going to die because you're not here, Lisa, because you're gone. Because you were absolved. You let yourself be sent away, and they're alone now, and they will perish at the hands of demons. You will have let them die because you left. Will you let them die?
Laura Bennett, roll your adaptive for me. Difficulty of 6. You have 4 tokens available.
I use 3.
You're having a hard time locating the frequency. You search, pulling back and forth, using everything you've learned up to this point, but it's as if something was taken from her. Some part of what makes her herself has been stripped. But as you search there for just a moment, a spike, something underneath, hidden, layered, like it's stacked. You have to change, shift, almost like sliding the knife out and sliding it back in 2 inches lower, where you then find it. The ego of her hiding below.
There you are. Lisa, if you don't come back, they will die.
It's a lovely day. It's a lovely day.
It is the last day, and I will slaughter them.
It's a lovely day. It's a lovely day. It's a lovely. It's a lovely day.
Mom? Mom, what's going on?
Read my book. I was there. The facility. Read my book. Oh, it's me. It's me. It's me.
You're like...
Oh, my boy. I was there.
What happened?
I was the facility.
What facility?
I was there.
Where were you? What happened?
I've been screaming. It's like I've been underwater. No one heard me. Oh, God. Oh, it's a lovely day.
No.
No. Oh, God.
You're okay. Raid's here. Rose's safe.
What did they do to you, Mom?
It's your sister. They wiped my memories. Oh, God. No one heard me. I've been screaming for years. I've been screaming for years.
You hear the sounds of footsteps coming from outside the master bedroom door.
Okay. Look at me. I need you to listen to me. They're coming, and they can't know that you're different.
need you to pretend. Yeah. Okay. You're okay. You're gonna be okay. You're so strong. I'm so proud of you. And I'm gonna like move to the door to try to give her a little time to compose herself and intercept the guards before they come in.
As these guards open the door, 4 of them, all carrying semi-automatic weapons. The kind of weapons you haven't seen in a very long time. Unsure of how they would even access things like this in the current climate, but they have them.
All right, boys, I am just one little broker. You don't need all this for me.
We were told that luckily for you, ma'am, you have a reputation.
Mm-hmm.
But don't think we don't know how to hide a body.
Okay. That's a very good threat. And I'm going. Just let me grab my tools. I'm going. I'm sorry. I'm so
Get the fuck.
Okay. And I run back in and I just want to try to whisper to her. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Good luck. And grab everything and run out.
As you're running away down this hallway, you hear.
My name is Lisa Liang. I serve a higher power.
And the moment fades. And we find ourselves back in the in-between. Wondering again, what is it they're looking for? And I really don't want to be here. But I, again, am stuck moving forward. Tibby Devon, December 1st, 2014. He waits. He waits at this diner for his old friend, Emily Pegg. Emily had asked to meet with him, to talk to him about something. And what we know of Tibby. He's ever curious about what it is somebody might know. He sees her walk in from the front door, carrying with her a notebook and stacks of paper. He knows immediately what she holds. He's heard. He thought we were through with all this. Oh, shit. Emily, good to see you again.
Hey, Tibby. I was gonna crack a joke and say, like, is the seat taken, but I don't really care to.
Yeah, it's just, how have you been?
Oh, yeah, good. Yeah, real good. Laura and I, well, Laura's working a lot, so I've just been taking care of our house. Yeah, I thought
So what's this about? You seem upset. What's this about?
No, I'm not upset. I just want to catch up. Like, I feel like we kind of...
We don't ever talk, so I know that you have something to say, and we've been through it about the Laura stuff. So I just, if this is going to be a repeat of that, I understand how much it hurt that we didn't reach out, and I'm sorry, but.
No, actually, this is I kind of prefer it this way. Actually, I don't have to bullshit you, make you
I
think
would appreciate
that
it. Yeah.
I have any sort of semblance of friendship with you. So that would actually be great. So yeah, let me just. What do you know about like the stuff that goes on in the waste? Anything at all?
I mean.
Too busy over in Melville.
My clients interact with people, I'm sure. I know. I mean, I know what's going on and the lawlessness and the borders.
Lawlessness. Yeah. Well, I'll lay it all out for you. There's a guy in the desert, right? And he kind of, word got around that he helps people. And that I wanted a way to help Laura, something you're not familiar with, I know, help Laura with like her pain from the weeping pestilence. Again, something you're probably not familiar with because you didn't care to reach out. So I built this thing in the back of the RV to make it so we could be mobile. And I took her to the desert to listen to this guy's sermons. And does the name like Daddy ring any kind of bells to you? I know personally.
I mean, I've heard of this man. Yes.
Oh, you've heard of him, so you're familiar with him.
I've heard of this cult leader. Yes. I've heard that he runs a pyramid scheme in the wastes, taking advantage of people's pain and hurt. Yes, I've heard of this individual, as have a lot of people. Yes.
And is that like everything that you've heard of him? That's like the only thing you know about him? Feel free to lie. I know you will. It's fine.
I don't know anything else about the individual. It's not the kind of thing I would be into.
Right. So it would be kind of surprising that he fucking goes by the name Tibby Devin. Does that surprise you? He introduced himself to me as Tibby Devin. And you know what? Couldn't tell Laura. She was in the RV. Couldn't go back there and be like, yeah, this guy calls himself Tibby Devin. No, because that would make me look fucking crazy.
Are you? Are you back on the conspiracies again?
Conspiracies.
Did this man really tell you his name was?
Yes. He said he is Tibby Devin. Everyone calls him Daddy, and he can heal them by his word.
Yeah.
And he said, you know what the funny thing is? I could have accepted, Tibby Devin, what a fucking weird name. Sorry, my apologies. But what a fucking weird name. I guess there could be two people named Tibby Devin, sure.
Yeah, maybe.
But he said that in 1991, he heroically healed people that were close to death. 1991. What fucking year is that? Maybe the year that we all forgot?
Right.
Yeah.
We forgot. So how the fuck would I know what you're going on about?
I don't know, because every other person in our group, their name hasn't come up once out there, but yours has, Tibby. And you know what's extra weird to me? You say all this shit about my conspiracies, but you're the only one in the group that hasn't actually reached out and see if I'm fine. So I find it a little weird that everyone else in the group is concerned about that, but you don't want to touch it. Not with a 10-foot pole, not with a phone call, not with nothing.
I know you and I don't necessarily see eye to eye, so I check in on you through Laura. I'm of course concerned about your well-being.
Oh, you and Lauren talking again? That's surprising. Considering you didn't give a shit if she died.
That's not true.
Oh, okay.
We didn't know what was happening.
You go cry about it, little soy boy in your house?
We didn't know what was happening. Nobody did.
You could have called me more than once more than the one time that you were like, oh, is she dead? Boo-hoo, the friend that made me her fucking best man at her wedding. I'll just wait until I think she's dead to call. Nice. Yeah. I think you know something, Tibby. Because it's not a fucking coincidence that your name comes up about this thing in the desert. Healing people with their fucking word in 1991.
We don't remember what happened. And I know that's hard, especially for someone like you. It's hard for all of us.
Yeah.
You have them there, don't you?
What? Oh, so you finally caught on to the one thing that I wasn't telling you. I was just gonna see if you were gonna admit it. Because there is one more coincidence that makes this whole thing really fucking crazy. to
Yeah,
me.
is it possibly that you got so obsessed with us losing our memories that you dove into your mother's files and found the ramblings of a boy named Mallory Jenkins who your mother knew needed help, and that's why he was seeing her. And you went so deep and dark down this path that you drove Mickey's fucking dad to suicide. Yeah, those fucking notes, Emily. Those fucking notes.
We didn't come here to talk about that.
So you wonder if I know what's going on? We're always checking in on you. We're always worried about you. Worried that you might go back down this path. Emily, so lost in the conspiracies and the made-up worlds.
Tibby, stop.
That you lose sight of everyone else
Shut
in
the
front of you.
fuck up. We're not talking about that.
Yeah, of course we wouldn't.
Say it again. Bring it up again. I fucking dare you, Tibby.
You never called Mickey to say you were sorry.
I have 4 tokens?
You have 5.
Yeah, I'd like to spend 3 to deflect. I'm fucking done with this. Fuck this guy. He wants to make it all about him? Fine.
I'm sorry. You used your tokens. The moment passes. We move.
Okay. That happened yesterday. We jumped to another host's module. Log that data and let's compare it. Both were while we were scanning Emily Pay.
Billy Baker. November 11th, 2005. Billy Baker is on his way to do a supply run at the Church of the Second. It's unusual because he had one just a few months ago. These trips are usually extremely routine. When he gets to the gate of the church grounds, what was your name again?
Bill Baker. Just doing a supply drop.
I don't see you on the manifest.
Oh, really? Well, y'all called me, so. Huh.
I'm sorry. I mean, I know you've been through here before, Mr. Baker, but
yeah.
I don't see your name on the manifest for today's deliveries.
And
you were
I'm
just here not that long ago.
I can't get in if my name's not on that manifest.
Oh, sorry, sir. You hear the voice of a young boy. It's been so long since you saw a child. It takes you back a little bit. He's so young. Sir, it's Reed. Sir, Master Ellison had some last-minute supplies sent in for the final absolvement celebration. It's so special because it's the last one there'll ever be. It's a special day, sir.
Oh, that's me. I've got the absolvement supplies. Yeah, that's me.
There's a party tomorrow.
Look at that.
This kid here is an ascended.
Oh,
one of humanity's last children. Tomorrow's a special day.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, got a
churches.
birthday coming up. Oh my God.
His 14th birthday.
Well,
it's a special day here. So yes, good. I'll let you right in.
All right. Okay, coming in. I put it into drive.
As you start driving down this driveway, you see as the boy kind of follows behind your truck. He seems nervous about something.
Hey kid, are you, look, I've got this theory that all y'all from that day, born on that day, I think y'all might have like some superpowers or something.
Excuse me, what?
You ever read X-Men comics?
Look, just stay, look, my mom wants to talk to you. As a woman walks out from behind this dumpster behind the common area where you usually park. As you're getting ready to open up and unload, she presents herself.
Billy Baker, yes?
Yeah. You can call me Bill.
Bill, I'm Lisa Liang. I'm the one that called you here today.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Nice to
Lisa.
meet you too. If I can just have a moment of your time, I need your help. Please.
You need my help?
Yes.
With the I'll unload everything.
No.
I
Listen,
usually do it myself.
I need you to help me and my family, my kids. I need you to get them out of here. If they're gonna have any chance for a future.
What are you talking about?
Tomorrow's absolvement day, and their memories are going to be wiped. They're going to be nothing but drones to Master Ellison. I can't let that happen.
Would I know absolvement, Master Ellison, any of
You
these
know
things?
Master Ellison runs this church. Absolvement is not something you've ever heard of. It's unusual, but this woman, she seems so sincere.
What do you mean by absolvement? What do you mean?
It's the big thing. Basically their minds are going to get wiped. All of it.
Oh.
And they're only children. They can't live like this. Please, find something in your heart to help us. For any chance at all for them to have a decent
Why don't you
future.
just take them and go?
I can't. They'll hunt us down forever.
They'll hunt you. This is a church.
Yes.
What are you talking about?
They will never stop. Trust me.
This church?
Yes.
Mr. Baker, sir, I saw it.
What'd you see?
A couple years ago, my mom was like this herself. And then they sent her away and she came back changed. Like they had erased everything that made my mom. And someone helped us and now my mom is she's good again. She's back to normal and she's just trying to Can you help?
They're trying to wipe people's brains here.
Yes. My boy, he knows. He knows it all. My daughter.
Master Ellison?
Yes, Master Ellison.
You gotta be kidding me.
I assure you, I'm telling you the truth.
Yeah,
So
I'll help. What about you? What are you gonna do?
I have a plan.
Well, but what about you? Want me to take your kids, and you have your own plan?
They're all that
You
matters.
see how that sounds weird for me?
They're all that matters. I have a plan. If you just go along with it, we can get them out. My daughter won't listen to you.
Are you trying to get me to raise your kids? Be honest with me.
Sir, I don't need your help.
They're strong.
I need your help leaving, but I don't need your help surviving. We've trained in paramilitary tactics. We know how to survive with very little. They've been preparing us for something here, and we just need help getting out.
This makes so much sense.
We have to get far enough
They're
away.
trying to wipe out the kids that were born on that
Mr.
day.
Baker, sir, we have to get far enough away so my sister doesn't try to run back. We need your help getting far enough away.
That's all
So
you
there's
need to do.
2 kids.
2.
Twins?
Yes. Roe and Reed. That's all you need to do. Everything else they can handle themselves. They're strong and they're intelligent.
Okay, well, where do I pick them up? What am I?
Just meet them down the road about a quarter mile from here. Wait a little bit and they'll meet you there.
From right now?
Yes.
I'll run through the woods. I'll come up from the east. I'll have my sister with me, and don't let her convince you otherwise. You'll just have to drive. They've spent our whole lives lying to us. She doesn't know.
This is wild. It always felt so weird here. I gotta unload all the stuff, right? So as not to,
Just please, here. And she hands him a stack of money. Please take this. You're our only hope. The little girl will be hard to convince, but wherever he goes, she will follow. Just a quarter mile down the road.
This is for them, right? Or is this payment?
It's for you.
This is for me?
Yes.
To give to them.
We know you're taking a risk here, sir.
You're paying me?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
This doesn't feel right. Can I get a sense of it? Like, do I trust these people? Do they seem trustworthy?
Lisa, can you roll for me? Your commutative.
Got it.
It's gonna be a D12.
Okay.
hate this guy.
Billy Baker.
So sorry.
Can you roll your adaptive for me?
It's a 9. It's a 9.
That's a 1. It's a sink.
You're very dumb.
Sure. Right.
You have no reason not. And this woman, the last time, Billy Baker, when women cry and tell you things, you believe them. You've never not.
Yeah, you know what? It makes total sense that you would entrust me with this. I'm probably the best option.
Thank you so much for
course.
helping us.
You realize that you're probably the only outside person who's ever allowed in here who has an opportunity to get them out.
I've got this. I will take care of your kids, and I'll get them to the nearest town, and
As far away as possible.
Yeah.
So they can't run back.
Okay. Yeah. Of course.
Thank you.
So I want to finish unloading, and then get in my truck and go to that spot.
Billy unloads. As he's doing so, he kind of scopes things out. How weird it was that he didn't realize that they were a super secret mind-wiping organization. Weird, right? Hard to take in.
I should have known.
But he believes that woman, full-heartedly, especially the young boy. So he drives down the road, and after passing through the main gate, he takes a right, drives a quarter-mile down, pulls off on the side, turns on his flashers, and he waits. He waits. And then he hears the faint sound in the distance. The sound of screams. These screams, they echo throughout the woods, throughout this valley. It's horrifying, really. You can only imagine what's happening in there. What did you agree to do? Just what the fuck is actually happening? You hear gunshots ringing out. And then you hear them, their footsteps, running through the woods towards your truck. But louder than their footsteps, the sound of a young girl sobbing. And then, Mr. Baker, let us in!
Yeah, get in. It's unlocked. Come on in.
Mr. Baker! Ro, get in! Get her in!
Yeah.
We have to go!
Well, as soon as they're in, I put it in gear and it's peel.
Ro, it's okay. It's gonna be okay. No, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine.
It's gonna be fine. It's okay. I am a friend of your mother's. She paid me to get you out of here.
No, shut the fuck. Sorry. Shut up. Mr. Baker, just, Ro. I know, I'm sorry. It's okay.
What did you do?
I didn't do it, okay? I didn't do it. Mom, look.
What did you do? We have to go back.
We can't.
Why can't we go back?
This is the only way.
Why can't we go back?
We can't.
No, we have to go back. Everything.
Mr. Baker, drive!
I'm going. I'm driving as fast as this thing will go. And no going back, I got specific orders.
Billy Baker drives his truck down the road, staring out the front window as two 14-year-old children sob in the back seat.
I'm gonna...
Sis, you have to listen to me. Sis.
I want to search my dash for, something that could comfort Ro.
You find a Pez dispenser.
Here. Play with this.
What? What is this? What is this?
It's called a Pez dispenser.
What is Pez?
I'm sorry. I don't know how to.
What is this?
Reed, can you help me out here? I don't know
What is this? I've never seen this before. How does it work? What is this?
No, it's like a toy. It's meant to give you comfort in this very trying time for you.
Why is there a face of a pig on it? What's this little pig character? What is this?
A pig on a stick? What is this?
Reed starts chewing on the plastic.
No. Reed, don't chew on it.
It's
a toy.
You said it was a.
It's a toy.
It's a toy?
Yeah, it's one of my favorite toys. Come on.
Ro, look! When I tilt the little fat pig head back, a little piece of charcoal candy.
No.
This is not helping!
Here.
Just try the candy.
It's really good.
It's not bad.
This kind of stuff's out there.
Yep, and we're headed there.
It's so sweet. It's like lemons. It's like lemons in a powder form.
Lemon candy is the pig!
Reed, can you help me with your sister?
Ro, that's.
What's her deal? What's the sobbing for?
What is my deal? I just saw her when I do melt into a tiny puddle of blood. Why do you think we're covered in blood right now?
Mr. Baker, just keep driving.
Check the rear view and notice that they're covered in. Oh my God.
There's just two 14-year-olds covered in what looks like some sort of afterbirth in your back seat.
Do you think that's just for fun? What do you do? What is your deal?
I'm a driver, and I was paid, and not enough, I might add. I did not know what I was getting into, okay? And I said yes, and I'm doing the right thing, okay? And I'm sorry for what you've seen, but it doesn't have anything to do with me. I'm the good guy here, so don't yell at me, all right?
Ro, this is what Mom wanted. I know you're not gonna understand. We couldn't let tomorrow happen.
So close. We were so close to absolvement. I was so close. You don't understand. I was being considered for one of his wives. Okay? He said he didn't care if I was ugly. He didn't care if I was Asian. I was being considered.
Ro.
And you took all of this away from me. And for what? This guy?
Look, okay. That kind of hurt. It's hard to explain. I remember when I was 14, and I thought...
100 years ago?
No, it was like 15. When I was 14, I thought all the old people on TV, I thought maybe I could marry them.
When I'm 29, I better not be you. That is the only thing I am thinking right now.
He's not a good guy if he was preparing you to be his wife, is what I'm trying to get at.
That's what you're trying to say, Mr. Baker?
Yeah, you don't want to be in a place that can absolve you of sins that you haven't done.
Mr. Baker! No. She said she's not going to understand, remember.
And
Mr. Baker, our entire lives.
I'm really sorry.
Bro, it's what Mom wanted.
How do you know that?
Sorry.
How do you know that?
She set this up, okay? Look, we have each other. We'll be fine. We have each other. Okay? And as long as we have that, we'll be fine. Mr. Baker, you're gonna take us to the next town and you're gonna leave us. You understand?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the plan, yep.
I'm sorry that Mom set us up with this idiot, but it'll work out. He was the only person. If we had any other better options, we would have taken them. We tried. He's all we've got.
Him? This is the best? This is somehow better than home?
No. But it's better than what it was gonna be. You have to trust me. I'm sorry. I know.
This close. We were going to be pure. We were going to be absolved. There was going to be no more sin. I was going to come back. I was going to have friends. I wasn't going to be hated. I'm not you, Reed. They don't like me. They don't know me. They don't care.
know you wanted what I had there. I know. But if I need you to understand, if I was willing to turn my back on it, it's what Mom wanted.
Do you promise you're never gonna leave me?
Never. We've got each other, and that's all we need, okay?
Okay. Okay.
Mr. Baker...
You can just call me Bill.
That's weirder.
Okay.
Something about the name Bill makes you seem less trustworthy.
Okay.
It sounds like a name of a guy that drives a truck and picks up.
Do you have more candy?
Billy Baker has a lot more candy in the passenger seat.
Do you have more candy?
Oh, let me tell you. I got some candy. Have you ever had corn nuts?
What is corn nuts?
Very good. Here, try these things.
Okay.
Billy Baker hands a bag of corn nuts. These have been out of production for 8 years.
You open that bag right there, it's gonna get pretty stale pretty fast, so.
It smells like socks.
Well, it tastes different. It tastes better than that.
No, this tastes like socks.
This
Okay,
tastes
well,
like
definitely
socks.
tastes like socks,
They're a
Mr.
little
Baker.
expired, but technically okay to eat. I got some gummy bears.
I like gummy bears.
Billy Baker keeps feeding the 14-year-old girl candy.
I like gummy bears.
Eventually,
I like gummy bears too.
the confusion and the exhaustion, she falls asleep. Ro climbs up into the front passenger seat. Reed. Thank you, Mr. Baker, for your help.
Yeah, no problem, I guess.
I know that was hard. She just doesn't understand. And we did just leave there with pieces of our mom on us, so you can understand that we're...
Wait, your mom too?
She knew they would never stop, so she... at the party for our absolvement, she... What you delivered today was a drug of some kind.
Oh my God.
She wanted me to remind you that you are now a part of this, and if you tell anyone, it will lead back to you, and that it's best that you never tell this to anyone, or you did it too.
I am so dumb sometimes. But I think the other option was maybe something worse, so I can't say I blame her. And I'm glad you kids are safe.
Thank you, Mr. Baker. I hope that this is the last time we ever see each other.
Yeah, me too.
It's very weird.
Mm-hmm. I'm with twins that were born on November 12th, 1991. That's weird. That's really weird.
Do people really think we're like famous out there?
I mean, you are kind of famous. You're like the last ones.
There's nobody else.
I know it doesn't seem weird for you because you're just you and you're living your own life, but from an outsider perspective, it's kind of odd.
Yeah. Oh, do you have any guns? We need guns.
Do I have any guns?
Billy Baker has one revolver pistol he keeps in the center console.
I got a gun, but I'm not gonna give it to you. You're a kid.
What's the caliber?
I don't know.
What
do you mean caliber? It's a gun.
So you have no formal gun training? They allow people out here to own guns without being trained in how to use them properly?
They pretty much require it.
The moment fades. as we find ourselves once again in between. Tibby Devon, September 3rd, 2021. Tibby, Emily, Laura, and Billy stand outside the flamethrower at the gate to Synchronity Tech. I don't like this.
Look,
I don't like this at all.
Great.
no one hates this more than me, I swear to God. But if anyone's got answers, it's Marcus.
We should talk to him.
Yeah, I don't really have any skin in this game. So
I'm telling you, I don't like this.
Why?
Yeah, why?
Did Marcus do fucked up shit to you as your brother?
Or maybe,
Gotcha, man.
Thank you, babe.
maybe Laura is my friend, and I saw what he
Sorry.
did to her for years. And why would any of us trust him after he?
Do you have a fucking better idea?
Also, if we're going off trust.
I'm a little out of the loop here. What happened with you and Marcus?
You probably don't want to get into that right now.
Yeah, that's. I think I do. Want to get into it? What happened?
Do you want to talk about it?
Don't do the voice.
Oh, I did not want to start a fight here.
No. It's not a fight. It's not a fight.
I just was going to see if you wanted to.
No, we're not. Yeah. We're not doing this. We're not doing this. I'm putting an end to it right now. We're not.
Whoa. Where did they go? I've got nothing. It's blank.
I'll check their pulse manually.
Technician's log, 2111. Subject flatlined. All frequencies lost. White noise scenario.
Pulse is stable. Possible comatose scenario. Shut it down, 21-11. For fuck's sake, shut it down before we wipe them.
Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Follow the sound of my voice.
Yeah.
What?
What do you mean follow?
Follow the sound of my voice.
What?
All right.
Just focus on my voice.
Where the fuck are we?
We're being watched. They can't see us here.
What are you talking about?
Where are we?
I can't remember yet, but I know we're being watched. And I pulled us here so we can just...
Pulled us?
I fucking knew it, Tibby.
Knew what?
You know shit!
I don't know shit. I'm trying to help us right now, okay? Like somebody is watching us, and I'm trying to figure out what's going on, okay? I I've felt someone watching me. Have you all felt like you've been trapped in your memories? Like you're remembering the same things over and over again? Or
Yeah.
memories you don't want to see.
Uh-huh.
What? Yeah. What ones do you remember?
I was at the church.
I picked up a car from Mallory Jenkins, his old car.
Someone's watching us.
How do you know?
I felt it. I've felt this feeling once before. Just once.
When? What did it feel like?
When you used your machine on me.
You did? No. This does feel familiar. Somehow. Wait, how do I know that this isn't more, because everything I remember, it's us. We're fighting or talking but it's always us. It's always us.
I remember Mickey. We met at a diner.
Yeah. I don't know what they're looking for, but they keep... Hey, Laura? If someone... Your tech that you made, if someone had it, do you think that they could make us remember 1991?
I mean, that happened if it was just Walt. Yeah. Yeah, I think they could.
I can't let that happen!